Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I did some messing around with my audio. The last few streams, my audio that I hear has been messed up. So, hopefully, this is better for everyone involved. Today, we're going to talk about Dalia Dippolito. Have you heard of her? Let me know in the chat if you've heard of this case. I'm going through all of the cases that I saw that got me interested in true crime. So this is one of them. And what I realized when I first started getting interested in true crime is that a lot of these cases that people just know about who are in the true crime community, they just already know about it, so they don't talk about it because they figure, well, if I know, everybody knows. I didn't know about Dalia Dippolito, so I think that maybe there's some people here who also don't know about Dalia Dippolito, so we're going to talk about her today. Do you guys remember the TV show Cops? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? That TV show. It was one of my favorites when I was a teenager. We used to this is horrible. Is number 2 in the chat? I don't wanna tell this story without number 2 here. She's not here. I'm gonna tell it anyway. So, number 2 and I, we were bad kids. We used to smoke a little bit of the marijuana and stuff as teenagers, and we'd get high and watch the show Cops, which is horrible, but we would. But Dalia Dippolito was so unlucky that she hired a person to kill her husband while the TV show Cops was in town filming that police department. So caught in 4K. This is the first one that's just absolutely caught in 4K. Everyone's mic'd up. Like it's a whole thing. So let me just get into a little bit of the backstory, and then we're going to watch some of the video that was taken not only from the TV show Cops, but also she tried to hire an undercover cop, so that's all on film. The whole thing is very well documented. Hello to We Need Peace over there in the chat. Smith W, always a pleasure to see you. Florida Jim, we have a Florida case. I'm glad you're here because we have a Florida case today. Christo, it was such a fun night playing the game night last night, Christo. I'm glad you could make it to that. Yo Mama, always a pleasure. Don't forget, guys, Yo Mama is my mama, so behave yourselves. Ed, good to see you, Ed. Ed says he just sent me an email. I will check that out after the show for sure. I assume it's about your prize that you won yesterday. What did I do with I don't know what I did with my book. I must have put it back on the bookshelf. Ed won a how to get away with crime notebook. That, by the way, you can pick one of those up over at charities.com if you want. Let me pull it up so I can show you guys. Share this tab instead. Yes, please. Do that. So Ed played in our game night last night and was fortunate enough to be the winner to win this notebook right here. It's a hardcover journal, and it says right on the cover, not my How to Get Away with Crime notebook. And I want everyone to go to charities.com, pick one of these up, and you can write down all the idiotic things that people do to get caught. Hire a undercover cop to kill your husband while the TV show Cops is in town? Write that down in the notebook. Write it down right now. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's do a little background music today. It's gonna be a lot of talking when there's videos not playing. This seems good. So Dalia Dippolito on October, we're going to talk about Dalia and Michael Dippolito, her husband. On October 4th, 2009, Michael Dippolito decided to hire a prostitute for a night. That is where you first went wrong, Michael. Don't be hiring prostitutes. What's wrong with you? His wife, he was married at the time. His wife went out of town. And so he calls an escort service. And about 30 minutes after calling this escort service, Dalia Muhammad shows up, knocks on his front door. Very quick service. By the way, not only was she a prostitute, she was also a madam. She ran this company where she would send women out to other people's houses. She just happened to be the one to respond to Michael Dippolito's call for service, I guess you would say, on that night in October of 2009. Michael and Dalia spent a lot of time together after this first meeting. She basically roped him in immediately, and 2 weeks after they first met on that night in 2009, he filed for divorce from his wife and proposed to Dalia with a $20,000 engagement ring. 6 months later, Dalia was looking for a way to get rid of her new husband, to get him out of her life. Now, a little background on Michael is he had gotten into some trouble previously, and he was on probation. He was on probation for many, many, many years. So she thought to herself, how can I get rid of this guy? Well, good way to get rid of him is to, if he's out on probation, if he messes up even a little bit, he will have to serve his whole prison sentence, which at this time, it was like more than 10 years left on this prison sentence. So after the wedding, they get married on February 2nd, 2009. They get married. Dalia, to everyone who was interviewed, appears to be a very loving wife in front of all the friends and family. She's doing the PDA, the public displays of affection. She's telling anybody who would listen just how much she loves him. And this doesn't last long because, like I said, 6 months later, she's looking for a way to get rid of this guy. So yeah, in 2001, he was convicted of fraud. He was sentenced he actually served 7 months in prison, but he was on probation for 28 years from the time he was convicted. So he would have gone away for a very long time. Michael's probation officer, they had a good relationship. Michael was a good guy at this point. He wasn't really doing anything. He basically sold stocks that were like penny stocks that weren't ever going to make any money, but he got people to invest in these bad investments. That's what the whole conviction was over. He's not a violent criminal or anything like that. He messed up, and he admits that he messed up, and he was trying to move on with his life. March 12th, 2009, so this is a month after they get married, the probation officer shows up at his house early in the morning, knocks on the door, with a search warrant. And now, keep in mind, Michael's probation officer had never showed up unannounced before. They always had like an appointment, and he's making sure that he stayed on the straight and narrow and all that. But the PO told Michael that they received multiple anonymous calls reporting that he was selling drugs out of his house. Michael's like, I don't even do drugs, let alone sell drugs. Like, I got convicted of stocks. like stock investment fraud, not I'm not a drug dealer. What's going on here, right? So the parole officer gets a warrant, knocks on the door that early morning in March of 2009. Now, keep in mind, if Michael did violate the probation, if they found drugs, right, he would go back to prison, or he would have to serve out the rest of his sentence in prison instead of on probation. They didn't find anything in his house. Thank goodness. The next weekend, Dalia suggested a spur of the moment getaway. Like, hey, we got a lot going on. Let's get away. Let's just go on vacation overnight. Let's go to Palm Beach. So they do. They get in the car on a Saturday. This is a couple of weeks later. They go to Palm Beach. They stay at a luxury resort hotel, like beautiful place. The next morning, keep in mind, this is a spur of the moment trip, so nobody knows where they were going or what they were doing. The next morning, they come down to the car, and the police are at his car waiting for them to come down. Just out of nowhere. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I was trying to hold it in. Didn't work. So they're at this luxury resort hotel in Palm Beach, Florida. They come down Sunday morning. They check out of the hotel. They go out to the car. The police are there to greet them, saying, hey, we've had an anonymous call that you're selling drugs out of your car. We need to search the car. Okay. So Michael's like, yeah, go ahead and search the car. He knows he didn't do anything. So he's like, go ahead and search the car. They didn't find anything again. 2 weeks after this, well, let me back it up a little bit. So after this Palm Beach trip, the cops didn't find anything. A few days later, Michael's at the gas station putting gas in his car, and he finds a little bag of cocaine in his gas thing, like in the little door panel of his gas tank. He finds drugs in there. And he's like, what the heck? Somebody's trying to set me up. This is crazy. Thank goodness the police did not find that, because that'd been hard to explain, right? But they didn't. And he threw away the drugs and he moved on with his life. He's like, that's weird. So 2 weeks later, Dalia and Michael were out to dinner. And when they left the restaurant, the police were waiting for them again by their car. Another anonymous call, another search of the car, but this time they did find cocaine. They found a small bag of cocaine and a cigarette pack in the trunk, inside of a gym bag, underneath a bunch of other stuff. Now, when this happens, the wife, you would think, would be a little upset. The wife of this guy. Nope, she's perfectly calm, cool as a cucumber. Meanwhile, Michael is breaking down, having in hysterics, having like a panic attack, because he knows he doesn't sell drugs. He knows somebody's trying to set him up. Dalia is just standing there, cold stone, like just straight-faced, no emotion at all. The police did not make an arrest because they believed Michael when he said, those aren't my drugs. I don't know how they got there. Somebody's messing with me. They sent the probation officer to my house. They followed us to Palm Beach on vacation. A couple weeks ago, they pulled me over and didn't find anything then. And now there's drugs in the car. Somebody's trying to set me up. Something's going on. Makes sense. The police believe him. And later on in trial, the police say they believed him because of the way Dalia was acting. Said one of the reasons is that where the drugs were hidden was just a very weird place for somebody to hide drugs. So they're like, this is not like, if he was dealing drugs, first of all, he'd have more than just a little tiny bit of cocaine in a cigarette pack, in a gym bag. Who keeps their cigarettes with their like workout clothes or whatever, in the trunk, underneath a bunch of other stuff. If it's just personal use, it's not. The cop said stuff didn't make sense. And then the other thing is just how nonchalant Dalia was acting through this whole thing as her husband's having a nervous breakdown. She appeared emotionless. She wasn't upset at all until she only became upset when it was made clear that they were not going to take Michael to jail. Then she got upset. On the ride home, Michael realized that Dalia was the only person who knew where they were going to dinner that night. She was the only person who had access to the car. She was the only person who knew that they were even going to Palm Beach, let alone what hotel they were staying at in Palm Beach. So he just straight out confronts her. She's driving the car. They're on the highway. She's driving the car, and Michael, no nonsense, just straight up asked her, "Are you the one making these anonymous phone calls to the police?" She flips out. She flips out on this guy. She starts yelling at him. She puts her foot on the gas. She's going 190 miles an hour down the highway, threatening to kill them both if he didn't believe her. "If you don't believe me, I might as well just kill us both. There's no point in us living if you don't trust me." At this point, he's freaked the heck out. So he's like, all right, I believe you. I'm sorry I even brought it up. I apologize. I didn't mean it. Of course I believe you. You're my wife. I love you so much. Please don't kill us." So the next morning, she's acting like nothing happened at all. Like she didn't almost try to kill them the night before. She's acting like, nah, no big deal. Nothing's going on. Get Xena a little camera time, by the way. I haven't been looking at the chat. Was there any super chats or anything that I need to give them biscuits for? I was way too deep into my story to even look at the chat. I'm sorry for ignoring you guys. Let me know if I owe the dogs milk bones. By the way, if you're new here, anytime somebody supports the show, either by going to kdz.com and purchasing any of the merchandise or, doing the super chat or the rumble rants or any of that, the doggos get a milk bone on air. That's the rules. Okay, so next morning, let me get back into it. Dalia makes him a nice breakfast, and this is so stupid. Dalia tells Michael, "By the way, husband of mine, I'm pregnant." Obviously, this is completely made up, but Michael believed her. Michael was ecstatic over the moon. He had always wanted to be a father. He thought this is the best thing that has ever happened to him. He has this beautiful wife. She's pregnant. He's going to have a child. His legacy is going to live on. He takes her out immediately that day and buys her the What to Expect When Expecting book. He's making plans. He's thinking, what room is he going to turn into a nursery? He's just so excited and doesn't even realize. He seems like such a good guy. But man, this guy is dumb. He's so dumb. He really wanted to be a father. So same day, by the way, the same day that she wakes up and says, "Hey, you're going to be a dad, Michael. You better be nice to me. You better not accuse me of calling the police on you." She gets in touch with her ex-boyfriend, Mike Stanley. Yes, they're both named Mike. Michael Dippolito, we're going to call Michael. Mike Stanley, he's only in the story a short period of time. We're going to call him Mike. So Mike Stanley is an ex-boyfriend. Dalia has already dated him and broken up with him 3 times, basically scammed him out of a bunch of money. She calls him again, and he answers the phone. It was a text, actually. He answers the text, which is insane to me. I don't know what it is about this girl, but she's used to getting her way from men. Put it that way. She's used to getting her way from men because she's never been told no before. They come up with this plan, or she comes up with this plan. Mike just is going along with it, but she comes up with this plan to where she needs Michael to sign over his assets to her. So she gets Mike to pose as a lawyer and contact Michael and give him legal advice. And this legal advice is that in order to get off of probation, you have to get all of your assets out of your name. So, hey, do you have anybody who you trust that you can put your assets in? Like, you can put all of your stuff into their name? And he's like, of course, my pregnant wife, I can put all of my assets into her name. Why wouldn't I trust her? He ends up signing his house over to Dalia. They go down to the let me just back it up a little bit. Let me back it up. The reason why he thought this advice was good advice is because he owed these people that he scammed through this stock thing, he owed them a bunch of money. And in order to get off of probation, he was going to have to pay restitution. But he could get off of probation if he didn't have, like, if the assets weren't in his name, he thought that he could somehow get off of probation without paying the restitution. This whole time, he's giving Dalia money to give to the lawyers to pay the restitution. It's never getting to the lawyers. The money's not getting to, he's giving it to her to give to the lawyers. It's getting to her and never going anywhere else from there. She's just keeping the money. It's like over $120,000 at this point in 6 months. So that's why he took the advice that this lawyer gave him to transfer ownership of the house to her name. He takes her down, his beautiful pregnant wife takes her down to the title company and transfers the house into her name. Once that was done, Dalia cut off communication with Mike, the ex-boyfriend Mike. Just totally cut. Like, once mission was complete, she's done with him. Doesn't need him anymore. She'll call again when she needs something else, I'm sure. Poor Mike. She decided that another ex-boyfriend would be better suited for the next thing that she wanted to have done. So she calls Mohammed Shedadiah. Mohammed Shedadiah is also an ex-boyfriend. Same situation, right? Same situation where she's used him, she's scammed him out of money, she's batted her eyes and stuck her chest out and gotten everything she wanted from this guy. And she asked Mohammed Shedadiah to help her hire a hitman to kill her husband, because now that all of the assets are in her name, that's all she needed. That's all that was left, is to get rid of the husband. And him going to jail is not going to help because they're still married. So it would still be both of their assets, whether he's in jail or not. So she decides he needs to be gone. Of course, Muhammad goes directly to the police. And at first, they didn't believe him at first. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure that's really what she wanted? And he's like, yes, that's what she wanted. So they hook him up with an undercover detective that's going to pose as a hitman, and he introduces this hitman to Dalia. And this is where the videos pick up. So let's get into this first video. This is the meeting with the hitman. And I'm going to pause it and do commentary on it and stuff like that. And I'll look through your chats. I've been ignoring you guys. My apologies. Here is Dalia Dippolito in the undercover police officer's car. It's kind of hard to hear, so I'm going to leave the subtitles on. The subtitles are just obviously auto-generated, so it doesn't pick everything up, but I'll turn it up as much as I can.
staying in here, right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, you look good.
Thank you.
Got me up a little bit. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. You?
Okay. No, I'm good. Just that, took a little while to get here. I just want to make sure you're all right.
No, I'm fine. I came with my cousin, that's why.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah, I saw that. I figured, it's better than normal, so, you want to take your precaution or whatever. Relax, we're just going to talk.
Okay.
We're going to talk, get some stuff out the way. You all right?
All right, cool.
All right. Okay. First thing first. 3,000. And then, I'll do my thing. All right, and I just got to know a little bit about the dude. You know what I'm saying? And then, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it and what exactly is going to be done. All right? And, I don't know if you got a recommendation. What you want, what you know about him. Dude, is he your husband or something? Boyfriend? Your husband? How many y'all been married? No, for real, because the thing is, after I talked to you today, this phone, garbage.
Okay.
You won't be able to get a hold of it. I just want to make sure that, it's what you want.
No.
All right? Okay. Because, I'm here on word. I'm doing my dude a favor, and, and I'm lowballing. The price is really, really low. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that, it's what you want.
She's trying to get a deal on a hit. By the way, she's trying to get a coupon or something. Like, I understand wanting to be, save money and not spend money on, use coupons when you can, but not on a hitman. You don't want a discount hitman.
All right. So, sure you want to kill this dude?
Do we really have to?
All right.
It's just, I'd rather be as less, whatever with you.
All right. All right. I know I got a picture of it.
Oh.
The house, whatever. I know y'all got an alarm system.
We have alarm, motion detectors, and camera.
What's the company that monitors the alarm system? It's not one of the common.
No, it's not like
not
a main,
ADT
no, it's not like a main company or anything like that.
So it's a smaller company.
Right.
All right.
But the thing is, like, in the middle of this week, he's going to be somewhere, and so I wanted to talk to you and see if
Where is he going to be?
something can possibly, you know what I mean?
Well, all right. So you don't want it at the house?
I wanted to talk to you and see if it's something, you know what I mean, at that place, if you could do something like that, or if it can't be done, and,
Well, that's the thing, which is why, I want to know as much information so I can plan, because I've already started planning as if that's going to be in the house, which is why I asked you for the key for the house. You know what I mean? Because my thing was it's going to be in and out, If you're not comfortable, because a lot of people are not comfortable with me with keys in the house, all that kind of stuff, like a lot of personal information. You know what I mean? It'll take a little while, but I'll get in, I don't care about the alarm system, I just got to know who it is, and because a lot of times, whatever I get from whatever money I get from you, most of it goes into, planning and getting people to do stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just the way it is.
how soon can we get everything going?
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, I need it done, like, this week, but, like, my understanding of everything was that, like, I was going to give you what I gave you, and then that was everything. Until after the fact. And then after the fact, I guess you were going to come and, like, find me or whatever.
She's trying to get the kill now, pay later. She's getting a murder on layaway.
Or you were going to tell me, like, where it was supposed to go. That's why, like, today when you asked me for money, you threw me off guard, and I told you okay.
Oh, right.
I said to you, oh, okay, because, I'm not going to get on the phone with you, whatever, like, over, but...
Okay.
I mean, I'm good for it. Like, it's not like I don't have it
No,
or anything. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I understand your position. Like, I went ahead and I gave 12 with the understanding that after everything was already handled, you were going to come and find me. And, I mean, I know not to fuck around with you. You know certain things, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously know where I'm at.
Well, my thing is that I'll give you a quick breakdown of what I've done so far. I got $1,200 from the dude. All right? $1,200 went to buying my heat, my gun. Okay, and a couple hundred, for other people to do things.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. As a matter of fact, I've already spent more money, just to get here.
Right.
You understand? because I had to get this car, I got to get rid of this car, I had to get this phone, I got to get rid of this phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot more I had to do.
I know. But like I told you, like I can't keep coming out of, like I've come out of pocket a lot for like a lot of other things.
That's fine.
But you know what I mean? Like I can't get into it like
No,
or whatever.
that's all right. Go ahead. That's all
so
right.
it's kind of like, you know, I'm in the position where, like I told you, like I'm good for it. Like the day that you needed it, you know, it's like I came, I met that day, it was handled. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of person that I am.
Okay.
Today, you threw me off guard when you called me at like 2, and it's not like, you know what I mean? I have a stash under my pillow.
Nah, because I was gonna make quick. Here's what I'll do. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll have to.
I just want to say thank you, Ron, for the super chat. I did give the girls a snack. And hello, Naybell85. Good to see you. We're talking about Dalia Dippolito today. She's trying to get a murder on discount right now. That's what we're watching.
Like that, because I was going to take half of me today and then half when it's all done. That was the plan. You understand? You know, if you want to do it in the back end, you know, you might want to have to kick like maybe 1,000 or more. You know, top 2. You understand? Because I have to spend $1,000. You know, between today and tomorrow. Okay? If you want it done, because I was thinking, if you want it done tonight, tomorrow, or the week, I understand I could get it done by Wednesday if you want me to. You understand? But I got to do my homework. You know, I got to. You know exactly where the place is and how to get out of there, how to get in and out. You understand what the neighbors want. I got to call the cops, you know, report a shooting to see how fast they get to that location. There's a lot of stuff I got to do. That's going to cost me a lot of money. So I got to buy a phone to do it with and then burn the phone later on. There's a lot I got to do.
Right, so what can we
but no, I don't mind. You ain't got to do it now. As a matter of fact, you know, you can leave the thing. You can leave, you know, my payment at the house. If you want to do it at the house, he says he's going to be somewhere this week. If you want to do it somewhere else, then I have to meet with you, you know, later on to cash. Understand? But, you know, you let me know. You give me a day, you give me a time,
how are we
you
going
give
to
me a
do
habit.
it? So if we go ahead and we do it, like, at the house, like, how soon could you do it? And
I could do it.
If you notice throughout this whole interaction, he's trying to give her as many outs as he can. So he's trying to you know, give her the opportunity to say, no, I changed my mind. I don't want to go through with this. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. He's giving her, there's at least 3 clear opportunities that he gives her to call it off during this interaction.
Wednesday morning at the house, because I was looking in the newspapers here, there's been a lot of burglaries in this area. All right, it's not uncommon for someone to break into a house. Okay, it's gonna be like I break into the house. You know, didn't think he was gonna be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
You're gonna think he's at work. Boom, he's not at work. Then you know he gets 2 in the head. That's it. You know, I take a couple things with me, break a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad. It's all over. I'm gone out of there. You understand? I'm not gonna be by myself. I'm gonna have other people watching my back. You know, doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he has guns in the house.
No.
All right.
He's right now. He's on probation, so there's a lot of people that don't like him.
All right. What's his name?
Mike.
All right. Okay. Yeah, all right, so that's how I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Robbery went bad. That's the thing. Okay? Now, once that's done, you know, I'll wait a few days. I'm not going to call you right away because the police are going to be all over this motherfucker. Understand? The police are going to be asking you questions, although they know it's going to be obvious what it is and they already know. You know what I mean? But, you know, they're going to ask questions, you know, because that's how they got to do it. Okay? But I give you maybe 1 or 2 days. You know, but I'll be in contact with you. You know what I mean? When it's all done, you know, and then I get paid. You understand? All right. Let me see. I got a couple things I got to ask you. Now, this dude here, you know, you with. How much does he know about this? And how much do you trust him?
He's talking about Muhammad now. That's who she contacted to, and that Muhammad's her ex-boyfriend. We just went over this, but her ex-boyfriend, who she said, hey, I need a hitman, you know anybody? And he went to the police. This is an undercover police officer that she's talking to right now. So that's who he's talking about. How much do you know this guy, or how much do you trust this guy? He's talking about Muhammad.
My cousin, and you know, it's like he's the one who, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, because I know you talked to my man, and you know, my man said he's good. You know what I mean? I'm just saying for you. You understand? Because I don't know how well you handle pressure. You understand? I don't know, you know, because I don't want.
No, I'm not gonna. You know, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see me, and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. You know, but I'm not.
You are. You're extremely beautiful.
Thank you, but you know.
totally fishing for compliments there. She's fishing for compliments. She's used to she thinks she's gonna get a discount because she's pretty. She's gonna get a discount from this hitman because she's pretty. Come on, lady. And when you see her for what she actually is, she's one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life.
I just need to make sure everything's going to take care of.
All right. Okay. So you pay me the back end. How much are you paying me?
What do you say back end?
Okay. When it's all done, I was going to get $3,000 from you today, and
Right.
$3,000 when it's all done.
Right.
Okay? Since I'm not collect all of it at once, just throwing maybe $1,000 more, $1,000 or two. So can you do 700 or 800,000? What's this one?
This is 7, is that okay?
Okay, 7 cash. Okay. All right. Now here's the thing. That's why I want to ask you again. All right. This phone after today, until I get a hold of you, after it's all done, I have nothing to get a hold of me. You understand? Okay. Don't try to call me. Even if you call me, this phone is going to be working. You understand? If I need any more, information. Okay. What's the name of the development? The house is in.
I live right back there.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought it was. Like a bunch of tall buildings.
Yeah, it's right over there.
All right. Okay.
That's why I wanted to meet you here, so that then you could see, you know what I mean?
What's the house number?
Now, on Wednesday, he's leaving.
He's leaving on Wednesday?
He's leaving Wednesday.
What time
He's
is he leaving
between
Wednesday?
8:15 and 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to know, like, do you want to come to my house Wednesday, or do you just want to, you know what I mean? I don't know what kind of scenes you do, whatever. He's going to be going to the bank on Wednesday. I don't know if,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if that's too public for you, or if
No,
that's
what's he doing at the bank?
he has to pull out money for his business partner.
Oh, he's not gonna. Okay, so he doesn't have any money at the house, man.
He's like hard cash. He's going and pulling out the money because he has to make it look like it's coming from an account from his business partner.
Okay.
It's like a business
How
account.
much money?
He said he was pulling out, I think, around 10.
That might even be better. He's got
That's
10,000
why I
right
was
now.
telling
Okay.
you. He's
All
going
right.
into the bank on Wednesday and he's pulling out money. Like, I know what bank he's going to
What bank is he
in
going?
Boca. Are you familiar with Boca?
I could find out.
I know exactly
I've
which
worked
bank
in
he's
Boca
going, and I
before.
know what time he's going to be there. If he'll be there early, he'll be there when the bank opens.
Okay. All right. What's the name of the bank he's going?
So the bank that he's going to Bank of America.
In Boca. You know where exactly that
Yeah,
is?
I know exactly where, what time, everything.
Okay.
So I don't know if,
Well, I
the
gotta
problem with this, though, is that from where the bank is to where the partner's office is, it's literally, like, next door to each other.
Okay.
Like, he's going to have to get back in the car to go there. I know where the office is at and everything like that. Like, I could show you where everything's at.
His office, his apartment.
Yeah.
All right.
But now I don't know if that's, like, too public for you, or...
Well, I mean, yeah, I could do it like that, but it is public. I'll get the money. But the thing about it is that it's a harder getaway. If it's in Boca, how close is it from like I-95 or something?
You're closer to the turnpike.
The bank is? Bank of America. What road is it on?
441.
441. Closer to that turnpike's good too. Because I need somewhere to get out fast.
Right.
Okay. Turnpike. What road is it on?
It's on Glazon 441.
Where it's on 441.
It's,
Bank of America.
The Bank of America there.
This officer's a very good actor because he knows he wants to set it up so it's going to happen at the house, because that's the way, like, this can't be a public execution or fake execution. They're obviously not going to actually kill Michael. But he's asking all these questions as if it's actually a possibility that it could happen at the bank. So that way she's not thrown off. She's not like, well, why was he so intent on doing, like, I'm just saying that this officer, this isn't his normal job. He's a undercover drug officer, like a narcotics officer. So this is not his normal job to do this sort of stuff. But I think he's doing a spectacular job stringing her along in this situation.
And where's his partner's office at?
This is 441.
Yeah.
This is Glade.
Yeah.
441 is here, the bank is here, and then the next building over on 441 is where the partner's office is.
Okay, so the partner's office is actually on 441, so
Yeah.
not great.
Exactly.
What's the name, like, the business?
But it's in a building, like I can get you the building number and everything like that. I know where everything's at, but like the exact...
First floor,
like,
second floor, or anything like that?
That's what I
Okay,
don't know.
all right, he won't make it to the building. And he's leaving the house by 8:30, he's going to go get $10,000.
Yeah.
All right.
At that bank, though, he's leaving our house and then going to Boca and doing it.
Okay.
That's
All right.
why I thought that, like...
What kind of car does he drive?
He'll probably be in that Tahoe right then.
What, it's his Tahoe?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
He'll probably be in that Tahoe, and
That's even better.
he has a Porsche, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be in that Tahoe.
Okay.
And he just had surgery, so, you know, I'm pretty sure he'll be in the Tahoe.
It's like taking money from a kid. All right.
So what I was thinking is that that would benefit you because obviously, like, you know what I mean?
No, either or. The thing is, it's more risky doing it in public like that, but I don't mind. I just gotta,
That he'll have it for sure because the friend texted him, the partner texted him, when are you coming?
Okay.
And then from there, I know where he's going right after that. But he won't have the money anymore. He's going from the bank to there, and then that's it. You're not going to catch him anymore with money.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. If I don't do it now, because the thing is, I don't want to get greedy, but the fact that he's only have $10,000 on him, I'm interested.
Exactly.
And it's only gonna make it look like he has more reason to be robbed because of that amount of money.
Right.
Right. And they're probably gonna suspect the partner because the only partner knows he's gonna get that.
Exactly.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to change my plans a little bit, and then try to do it with the whole bank thing. If I can't come through with it by Wednesday, then it's gonna have to be at the house. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm more interested in that additional $10,000 I'm gonna get from him. You know what I mean? Because that's not gonna come out of your pocket.
So what do you need then? Do you want to go ahead and drive by that area and like scout it out, or what are you trying to do?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
He's just smoking because I'm not letting him smoke in the truck.
Right. No, I think I'll find out. As long as I know where the bank is, as long as I know what car he's going to drive, I know I'm going to have people following from the house to the bank.
Right.
All right? And then he's going to be on.
Because he's going to have it. That's what I'm saying to you. It's like,
all right.
You get him at the house, it's like, it's like, but,
right,
I mean,
right,
I have nice shit at my house, but still, like, if you go and you know what I mean?
He doesn't keep any, large amount of money at the house?
No.
Okay, all right, okay.
No, so you're better. I mean, nobody knows. Everybody, when you come to my house, you think, you know what I mean, there's a lot of money there, there's a lot of stuff there, whatever.
Yeah.
But in reality,
All right. Okay.
The only thing would be, if you, leave with the fucking Porsche or something, is what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I hear you. All right, okay. I'm gonna plan that way, and I'm gonna plan it with the bank. The thing is, you gotta understand, because after today, I can't get a hold of you. If it doesn't work out the way I'm safe, or the way I'm.
This is another spot where he gives her an opportunity to get out, to not go through with this. He's going to give her another opportunity here. If you leave here today and we're going through with this, that's it. It's done.
The thing is, you gotta understand, because after today, I can't get a hold of you. If it doesn't work out the way I'm safe, or the way I'm comfortable with it at the bank thing, it's gonna have to be at the house. I just want to make sure that you're not gonna be home when no one else is not gonna be home.
Well, you gotta tell me. Like, okay, are we looking at Wednesday morning, or are we
Wednesday is the day the money. I'm gonna go for the money. If the money doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to do it before then. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have a small window, at the house or the money. If I don't get it by the money, then I'm done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I won't even get paid.
Right.
Because so that's my way. It's a short window, so I got plenty. I got to have people up here.
So Wednesday, he's leaving 8:15, 8:30.
Are you gonna be home?
He wants to be at the bank when the bank opens at 9.
Okay.
And then he's gonna go and see.
Okay. Can he walk from the bank to the? Is it like walking distance, or you got to drive to the partner's office?
No, he's gonna get in the truck and drive.
Okay. All right.
He'll get in the truck and he'll drive.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Okay. Let me see. I got one more thing for you, though.
But what I wanted to say to you is that I wanted to make sure, for example, okay, this shit doesn't happen Wednesday, Thursday morning, for example, you don't come and I'm there,
At the house?
Right. I want to make sure,
No, if I listen, if it doesn't happen by Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
I'm not coming. All right? I'm not coming. What I'm going to do is that if I don't get it done, you're going to get your money back. If it doesn't happen, and if it doesn't happen by Wednesday, I'm going to have to call you from another phone and, tell you a whole different plan. You understand?
Okay.
But I'm not gonna do anything that you don't know of. You know what I'm saying? You're the client. I'm not gonna, do anything without your approval. You understand?
Right.
So,
Wednesday, I told you where he's going to be, and then you need to know where he's going to be after he leaves the partners,
yeah.
or no?
Where's he gonna be
He
at?
had a dentist appointment right across the street at 9:30, 10 in the morning.
Okay, Thursday. And at that point,
So he's going to be
is he leaving town Wednesday? You say you're going somewhere. You leaving town? Or?
No.
By the way, this view right here, this is what I wake up to every morning. This is how this is how they wake me up. They stand over me just like this. This this is the exact angle.
That was that.
Okay, all right. Then he's gonna come back home.
Right, then he's going to come back
He's definitely not coming back home with the money. Partner's gonna be with.
No, he's
All right.
meeting the partner, and then from there he's going to...
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try to do the poker thing though, because I've been planning for over here. Just I gotta do my homework and come
No,
back.
that
and
would
do
be ideal, because it would make it seem like that's the reason why.
Right.
No, I'm okay.
I'm good. Thanks, man. All right. Nice dude. All right. Wednesday, bank, $10,000, right?
Yeah.
And doing the off. All right. He's gonna be in that car. And he might. And so he just had surgery. When?
His back right here.
Back. All right. Okay. So he's not gonna be able to move that.
He won't be able to, like... I mean, he walks fine and everything like that, but I mean, it's going to be like a little bit of a struggle.
Okay.
If he wears here, like all this here, all these here are like tender points.
Okay. All right. Okay. If it's not done by Wednesday, then I'll call you. If it's done by Wednesday, the only thing you're gonna hear from me is to collect. All right. Which is why I said that between now and when it's done, you're not gonna have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, I'm talking to him.
There's no changing. No, there's no like. I'm determined already. I'm positive, like 5,000% sure. Like I was stressing when you told me you were gonna come.
5,000% sure. And look at this. She's looking directly at the camera. She doesn't see it. It's a little pinhole camera, but there's several times that she looks directly at it and doesn't even see it. She's 5,000% sure she wants this done. He's saying, if you leave this car right now, once this is set in motion, you can't stop it. It's going to happen. She says, I'm 5,000% sure I want my husband dead.
I'm up here, and then I'm like looking at the time. I'm like, what's the fact? He's not coming. He's not this. It's like all this stuff or whatever. Like, no, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Like, as soon as he told me, listen, I need the money from you, I went. I grabbed it right away. Like, we were good to go. Like, with me, you're not going to have a problem. You're not going to have an issue. You know what I mean? Nothing of nothing. I just...
Do you have any money on you right now you could afford or anything? You don't have to. I'm just saying.
I didn't bring anything.
Okay. No big deal. It's all right. Okay. So, about the key to the house.
I have that, but I didn't make a copy of it. Because I wanted to talk to you about Wednesday to see if Wednesday was going to work out better than,
yeah, Wednesday,
you know what I mean?
Wednesday's going to work out
then
better.
coming to the house, because the thing is that I didn't want to pay over the phone, but like I told you, I have cameras. They don't record, but I have cameras on the front and in the back, and then I have the motion detector.
Yeah.
So it's like even if you go with the key, the sensor's going to go off, and then he's going to see like on our TVs, you know what I mean? Somebody, exactly.
Okay.
So I didn't want to fuck you up either, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean, have an issue.
Okay, what floor is it on? Is it on a first floor or?
There's 3-story townhomes. When you walk in, it's an office.
So, all right, so the whole 3 stories is you guys?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
The whole 3 stories is us.
All right, you got the key with you? Which one's what kind of key it is?
It's just a regular, I have it in the truck because
you know the name of the, I mean, I could, it's just, I don't want, right now I'm planning for the bank thing, just saying, if the last minute the bank's not going to work out, I just want to make sure that, I can get it done. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have to say, fuck the money, I just want to get the job done.
Right.
Understand?
Well,
So,
I mean, he walks the dog in the morning, and when he walks, every morning he's walking the dog like at a certain time, we leave our front door unlocked.
oh, perfect. And are you going to be home Wednesday morning?
Wednesday morning, yeah, unless you tell me otherwise.
All right. Okay. Do you go jogging in the morning? Do you go to the gym in the morning?
I was going to the gym, yeah. I mean, if I go tomorrow, it's not going to look weird or anything.
Okay.
I go to the gym on a regular basis.
All right, Wednesday morning, go to the gym.
Okay.
All right, because if I can't do the bank thing, then I'm gonna have to do it at the house. I don't want you at the house.
Okay.
Understand?
Around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he
Yeah.
always walks the dog in the morning.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he walks the dog across, like over where the lake is, and our door is always unlocked.
I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning.
Okay.
6 o'clock, you're in the gym.
Okay, if you
All
decide
right.
that you're not going to do the...
Well, that's the thing. Listen, by the time you get back from the gym, you're gonna find 2 things: his dead body in the house, All right? Why nothing?
All right.
Okay, if it's nothing, then it's going to be the thing.
All right.
All right?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow then. Then when I go Wednesday, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
But remember, always the clock 6:30, 7 o'clock, he's always
walking the dog.
Walking the dog.
Okay. Just make sure you're at the house by 6 o'clock in the morning Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. And then
I'll be over there. I'll make sure I'll watch you walking out the house.
Okay.
Just want to make sure
that you're going to get there earlier and everything like
that. I'll be there early in the morning. I just didn't think I thought it was going to be about 9:30, 10 o'clock thing, but since it's going to leave the house by 8:30, then I got to be here. I got to be hours before.
Right.
Make sure it's all done, so.
And then, too, worst case, he's going to be at the bank and that's
at the bank, Glades Road, 441, Bank of America, right? $10,000. Okay. All right. Anything for me?
No, I mean, we're good, right?
We're good.
You don't need to know anything else? You're okay?
I think I'm good.
Okay, and then how are you going to know where I live if you decide that you're going to go to the house?
Yeah, you just told me. What's the house number? I saw the picture.
But it had a whole bunch of house numbers. You know which one mine is?
Wait, which one's the house number?
It overlooks the lake.
What's the number?
1329.
1329? Okay. All right. 1329.
Yeah.
First floor. Okay. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a swing by there right now.
All right.
1329. Looks at the lake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the road there? Like was it the DS something? I just go through there.
You're gonna. That's what you're gonna do. Mm-hmm. Oh, so you already went by?
Yeah, I went through there. That's what I'm saying. That's why look at it.
Okay.
1329.
Right.
What's the exact address? 1329 what?
It's right there. You're gonna see it. Which way are you gonna go in?
I'm gonna go into. I think the first one. Not this one right here. The first one down.
Okay, you're gonna go down the first one. Make a left.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be like a one-way ramp. Keep going.
Right.
And then you're gonna U-turn.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be on the right-hand side. See at the Pepe.
Yeah, all right. That's what it was. Yeah. 1329. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, and I guess
you'll hear from me.
I'll hear from you.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye.
How evil was that? How evil was that? So evil. By the way, I just got an email while we were watching that from Derek from Cowboy Criminology, and he invited me to do a show with him about Karen Reed. Are you guys interested in the Karen Reed case? I think I'm going to say yes. I like Cowboy Criminology channel a lot. By the way, go subscribe over at Cowboy Criminology. He puts out a lot of good content. He did a whole thing, like a several part series on that suitcase lady. What's her name? The one who killed her husband in a suitcase. Yeah. Very good content. I'm planning on covering that one as well. All right, so back to the story. I got distracted. Back to the story. So remember I told you that the TV show Cops was in town filming? We got all of this in 4K because Cops was in town filming. I'm not going to show you the whole episode, although it is out there. You can find it. As a matter of fact, I will link it in the description if you want to watch the entire Cops episode. After this, of course, don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. But I want to show you the part of this episode where, keep in mind right now, Michael has no idea what's going on. He knows there's some fishy stuff happening, right? Like somebody's calling in anonymous tips on him, stuff like that. He doesn't know somebody's trying to kill him. And this is the point where he finds that out. They go to his house 6 a.m. after she goes to the gym because, she's supposed to go to the gym so the hitman can come in. And so she goes to the gym and the cops, the police officers with the TV crew cops come to his home to let him know what's actually happening.
Police department, open your door.
Jeez, man.
Sorry, okay.
Yes.
I'm Sergeant Sheridan, the Boyd Police Department. Can I talk to you?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Let me tell you something. I need to tell you something real quick here. You need to come with me to the police station. You're not in trouble. Your wife has hired a person to kill you.
Relax. Just
Just
take,
relax.
take it easy.
Take a deep breath.
Go ahead and sit down.
Imagine finding this news out. How do you even take that? He just got woken up probably out of a dead sleep. And the first thing he hears is your wife has taken out a hit on you. You need to get out of the house. How do you even take that? This poor man.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding you.
yeah, just take deep breaths.
I want you to put on a shirt and come with me to the police station.
Can you come with me? I
Sure.
can't.
Of course I will.
Can
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna,
tell you, I don't know what, this is a little weird.
I know it is. Let's go
But
upstairs.
my wife, for
Just
whatever
let-
reason today, like I'm sick, man. I
I
had
know.
surgery on my back, went to the gym.
I know where she's at.
I mean, and like, believe me, like,
I know where she's at. Let's go
I'm gonna
upstairs.
stop rambling, but I mean, I've been.
You understand what I'm telling you? We don't have much time.
Yeah, all right.
If she arrives on your side, make
All
sure
right.
you
So I just wanted to show you that little piece there. Let's get to the part where I just have the timestamp here. Hold on one second. Let's get to the part where they call him. Actually, sorry, I take that back. We're going to watch. Do I not have the tab pulled up? We're going to watch the police interview with Michael first, and then we'll get to that part. I didn't have that tab pulled up. I got to put it in here real quick. So they take Michael back to the police station and let him know, find out what exactly is happening. Mama, thank you very much. She said, don't get a copyright strike. I don't get, because of the type of content that I do on this channel, and I don't censor myself. I don't say things like unalived or say sexual assault when somebody's actually been raped. I'm not getting advertisement on this anyway, so that's not going to matter. I get all of my support from people like you come directly from you, and YouTube is not going to give me money because I refuse to censor myself, and I just cannot bring myself to downplay somebody's violent rape by calling it a sexual assault. Sexual assault is something different. I can't downplay somebody's crime of murder by calling it unalived. I can't do that. These are serious crimes, and I'm not going to downplay the language in order to get a couple of cents on YouTube. So if you want to support the channel, I would appreciate it. If not, it's totally free. Just please hit the like button. Hit the like button, share it if you think it's worth sharing. That's all. Public service announcement. Here's the interview where they're explaining to Michael exactly what has been going on that he doesn't know about.
The wife came in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
And explained to us.
Take us back to how you met her. We'll start there.
Yeah.
Okay. And where'd y'all meet and how long ago?
I met my wife.
First of all, what's her name?
Dalia. Dalia Muhammad is her original maiden name.
Okay.
Now her name's Dalia Dippolito. We met, I believe, in October, and she's actually an escort. That's how I met her. She came to my office one day.
You called her and solicited?
I called her and solicited her to the office, and she came to the office.
What year is this?
This was 1 year behind this year, so that's 08.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're in 08 of October. And after that one time, we started dating, and she lived in California at the time, so she moved home and immediately moved in with me. And pretty much we were on a fast track relationship, getting along great, everything's great, and as soon as we moved out of Boca in January, and I purchased a home in Boynton.
We're going to have to take a quick little break here because Waffle Salter has been so generous to do a super chat, $50 super chat from Waffle Salter. He says, stay ungovernable. Man, words are hard, but you know what that means? It means I need to wake Zena up and get Ava in here. Actually, I'm gonna let this play for a second, and I'm gonna get them the good. For $50, they get the big treats. So let me let this play for a second, and I'm gonna grab those larger treats for them.
And I would say 2 weeks after we did that, I hired a lawyer to get off of probation. I started giving my wife money because she was going to provide me with the other half of the money for the probation. And
just for the record, what were you on probation for? Just real quick.
Organized fraud.
Okay.
Basically, we were trading commodities that didn't exist.
All right, that's enough of that then.
And then I provided her with $100,000. She was supposed to provide me with $90,000, and my lawyer is telling me it's not here, it's not there. She was supposed to send a wire. The wire magically never showed up, and then the story was just unbelievable. And you know, what do I do with that? And then I turned around and I was going to leave, and then she got honest that she messed my money up.
All right, I'm back. Waffle Salter, thank you very much for the super chat. Y'all be like Waffle Salter, support the channel. Look at the look on Zena's face. So I got these big Dentabones that they get every so often. Really, when somebody does a big super chat is when they get these, and they like them a lot. The last time they got one was when number 2 was on, and we timed how long it took them to eat them, and it was like 3 seconds or something. It was something ridiculous. So let's time them this time. Here you go, Zena. Ava. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
Up in some wire scheme where she was supposed to send it and make money on it. And
so how long did you date before you actually got married?
We dated from October to January.
Okay.
So however long that would be exactly, 2-3 months.
Right.
Months.
So that's pretty quick. So you get married, and then how long after you get married do you start, or do you ever feel that something's not right with her?
About a month and a half.
Right away.
The money starts disappearing. I had drugs planted on my truck. The officers came out to search my truck. I'm not a drug dealer, I never was.
Where did that happen at?
The Ritz-Carlton in Manalapan. I came out one day, and we were leaving in the morning, and an officer approached me, "Is this your truck?" I said, "Yes, it is," and I didn't know what he wanted. He goes, "Can I search it? There's been activity on it. Someone called," and I'm like, "Absolutely, you can search it." The officer searches the truck. There's nothing in the truck. He lets me leave. I figured someone called, but nobody knew we were there. It's an unexplainable thing.
Were any drugs found?
The next day, I went to get gasoline in the truck. There was drugs in my gas cap. So luckily,
you had no knowledge of that?
No. I mean, thank God, you know, I let the officer search the truck. There's nothing in the truck. Thank God he didn't find them, because, you know, that would have been a disaster. Point being, though, it was unexplainable. Nobody knew we were there. Nobody knew we were there.
So what do you suspect that planted it? A hunch.
A hunch was my wife.
Okay.
And I played it through my head 1,000 ways. I thought, could it be? I'm laughing. I even thought maybe it wasn't me put it there, you know, and didn't remember. But I don't, you know, the point is, nobody knew we were there. Nobody had access to my vehicle except my wife.
What would her motivation be for doing that? You're on probation at the time.
At that point, yes. And at that point, she already had stolen $100 and some thousand from me. And so now I'm out $100,000, and she got me involved in another scheme.
This is the money. Remember, I was telling you guys about how he was transferring money to her to give to the lawyer to pay back the victims from his securities fraud stuff. This is the $100,000 that he's talking about being out.
To where I lost another 90 or another 100,000 trying to, you know, I lost $240,000 with this girl. It's unexplainable money. Just stupid stories, one after the other. I'm the stupid one, you know, but the point is, it's unexplainable.
What other situations have you had to deal with before?
After that incident in Manalapan, we went to West Palm Beach to go have dinner at a City Place, and this was about 2 weeks later. I come out to the truck again, and I see a bunch of cops standing there, and I laugh. I said, yeah, they're here for us, as a joke. So I walk up to the truck, lo and behold, they approach me, and I'm like, I can't believe it. And same routine, can we search the truck? I said, absolutely you can, you know, and they're looking, they find a cigarette pack up under my spare tire. It had a little bit of cocaine in it, they said. They let me go because, you know, I explained to them, look, man, of course you can search, whatever. And the reason they let us go is the phone call to the police station was that I had a kilo of cocaine under my spare tire. And like, once again, we were driving down 95 that day, and we were going home. And we're on 95 in Gateway. We were going home. And then last second, oh, let's go to West Palm. We went to West Palm last second. Nobody again knew we were up in West Palm. Nobody knew where we were. And the only person that knew would be my wife. Again. You know, another unexplainable incident.
And you've had other experiences after that, too? Or?
One day I come out of the gym, there's a note on my car, leave $40,000 in a bag, don't tell your wife. You know, my wife was getting these fake prank calls, supposedly, from some Detective Hurley. Yeah, a handful of unexplained incidents. You know.
Was there ever, I mean, earlier when we had you in here, you were talking about drinking something and you thought it might have been poison. Did you say that?
No, I was actually, my mother knows about all this, and she put her on it and says, because I take drug tests for probation.
Okay.
And my mom says, you better watch because you don't know if something's in there. Like, my mom accused her of putting something in my food. And I don't know about all that, but you understand, everybody around me knows about all this crazy shit, and they all know something was wrong. And I just...
People have been saying stuff about it, or...?
Everybody's been telling me about it, and I lost basically two of my best friends over this. They want nothing to do with me because they know some bullshit's going, something's wrong. My mother just doesn't say anything anymore, and that's why today, honestly, I'm not very surprised or shocked about all this, you know. I mean, I guess fool me once, fool me twice, fool me three times. At this point, there's just nothing left to say. It's just ridiculous. I don't think anybody in their regular life has this many unexplainable incidents, and I've had them in less than 7 months.
Now, this morning, what was that? This morning when you woke up and she was at the house, tell me about that.
I've been laid up, hell of surgery on my back for a week and a half, and this, you know, I go to the gym at 5 o'clock every day. I've been going 5 years or more. And I would say maybe 2 months ago, she all of a sudden wants to go with me.
Imagine having all of this stuff happen to you where you're not even surprised. You're not even surprised that your wife's trying to kill you. It's not even a shock anymore because of all of these things, the string of incidents that just keep on happening, and it all surrounding her. It's all surrounding her. So when you find out, oh, my wife took out a hit on me, not a shock. Not shocked at all.
And, you know, as soon as she goes with me, you know, when I get a note on the car window, and she's with me, like, you know, I've been going there forever without an incident. And for her to go to the gym with me is just ridiculous. She just never wanted to. I thought it was a little weird. I didn't think much of it. So all of a sudden, I'm laid up, and she says, today, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm not feeling good, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, I didn't think much of it. I did think it was odd. But, you know, I had to kind of give her the benefit of the doubt, you know.
Now, today when she goes to the gym, when was the last time she went to the gym early in the morning, do you know?
Since she was with me 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
That was just one time, and then today?
Well, she was going for a couple weeks with me, but she stopped. As soon as I stopped, she stopped.
Okay.
She doesn't
stop with the surgery?
I stopped because of surgery. You know, I'm the one that goes to the gym. She follows.
Okay, so she never goes to the gym by herself?
No, never.
Okay. And today was the first time
First time she went by herself.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And then, did she say anything besides, I don't feel good, but I'm going to the gym, or anything that...
No, nothing. It was, you know, I'm sitting there playing it in my head, and she told me she'd bring coffee back from Starbucks, and I have a really nice coffee maker, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't even, you know, just a little off-key, like, you know, for her, but nothing. She just left.
What was that note, I'm sorry, what was that note on your car? What was that you said?
Put $40,000 in a bag. Don't tell your wife. I'll tell you everything. I'll help you.
When you came out of the gym, there was a note on your car that said that?
Yeah, I have a copy of it at the house.
Whose handwriting?
I don't even know.
Didn't look like us?
No, I have a police report with it.
Okay.
They took a police report.
Alright.
Just, like I said, more than a handful of unexplainable incidents that, if I accuse everybody around me, the only one that ever made sense of it being was my wife.
Right.
Well, the reason that we're even here in this situation right now is because the investigation we've been conducting, she actually had hired someone to kill you, like we explained to you earlier. She had no hesitation, she's been recorded and everything else. This investigation's been going on since Friday night. Fortunately, we ended up getting ourselves involved in, preventing this from happening to you. You say it doesn't surprise you at all, huh?
No. It's like a bad movie, It really doesn't surprise me, like I said, I haven't had this many incidents go wrong in my life, in my life, and that I've had since I've met this girl. I haven't had my truck searched 2-3 times, I don't do that.
He seems like beaten down by it, doesn't he? Like his whole attitude right now is just of pure defeat. He seems very defeated.
That kind of shit, so all of this is very out of character for me. My life is, since I met Dalia and since we've been married, the dynamics of my daily life have changed drastically. Like, I don't have police interaction anymore. I don't, and I've seen the police more than 10 times probably since I've been with her, over stuff that's unexplainable and sounds crazy to people. I don't tell people my business anymore because they think I'm crazy.
Let me ask you one question here that's kind of puzzling, or that we would like answered if we can. What's her motivation for having you killed?
Money.
Why not just get divorced? Or did she ever mention divorce or separation?
It's money. It's 100% money. It's because a divorce means she doesn't get everything. There's probably some sort of prenup where she doesn't get anything. It's money. She's a greedy person who thinks that monetary gain is more important than human life.
Never.
So, in your mind, what's her motivation?
We just purchased
insurance policy?
No, we just purchased a home, and I just actually signed the title over to her until I could straighten out my other problems with probation, and also, the $200 and some thousand she stole from me, I think is a big motivation. So basically, I guess with my home and everything else, $500,000 of motivation.
Was that money used like restitution to pay back your victims?
It was supposed to be for that. Yeah.
Right.
And she stole it.
You have no proof, but you assume.
No. Well, she has checks in her bank account from my company. So.
Okay.
The money. Actually, you want to laugh? I hired a really good lawyer. And we're at the lawyer's office, and this guy threw me out of his office because he's so disgusted. And he's actually, I guess, a witness in this because he sat with this. We were at the desk, and she had the check for $191,000 as a cashier's check. She wouldn't hand it to my lawyer. And my lawyer's looking at me, and she's coming up with some cockamamie story. She wants her money first. The point was I was done probation. I paid these people their money, and she didn't hand it over. The lawyer says, I can't take the money from her if she's not willing to give it. So he throws me out. I have to run back now and get her money to give her money that she supposedly put into this. So at any rate, we exchange money. I run back to my lawyer's office, and I hand him the check. It was for $191. So the check magically changed from $191,000 to $191. My lawyer was a witness to this, and he chased me down the hall and basically threw me out of his office.
Imagine thinking that you would get away with that. She thought she was going to get away with that at the lawyer's office. supposed to hand over $191,000. Keep in mind, this is his life here. He can get off of probation if he pays the restitution. He works very hard. He makes the money to pay the restitution so he can get on with his life. He admitted that he was wrong. He went in front of a judge and the jury and everyone and said, I messed up. I'm so sorry. I want to make this right. He works hard. He makes it right. And she tries to pull a fast one by changing the check from $191,000 to $191. And that does nothing. It fools no one and it screws him. And he's still with her. He still takes her back. He still is giving her the opportunity to go on these weekend getaways where she's calling the cops on him. It gives her the opportunity to hire a freaking hitman to take him out.
He was disgusted because he also warned me something's wrong here. And so he fired me. So
That's another sign, huh?
yeah. I mean, so he's a witness to that. Like, he saw the whole thing go down. He saw the real check. He saw the bad check. You know.
Now that you found this about your wife, how do you feel? What do you want to do?
Whatever she gets, she deserves. I mean, I'll do whatever I have to do to help this case move along.
Okay.
I have to.
So you want to prosecute
Yes.
and follow through with this?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Like I
Ron is asking if the husband was trying to get rid of her too. No, there's nothing like that at all. The husband was not doing anything like that. The husband was in love with this girl because she had a nice smile and big boobs. This is how she got her way with all men for whatever reason. There's nothing. I don't know where you got that from. You might be thinking of a different case. I'm not sure.
said, I'm willing to come down here again if we have to go over any other business or whatever. It's fine.
Is there anything we haven't asked you that we need to know?
I don't understand the hair pulled back thing that Smith W keeps talking about. I don't know what that, like, am I missing something? Am I naive? Is that like something people know about that I don't know about? I'm not sure I want to know. I'm not sure.
No, we've pretty much covered it all, you know. But like I said, I mean, since I've met Dalia, you know, I've had, you know, a handful of incidents that could just not be explained. And that's why today, this one, I mean, you guys saw, I'm not overly surprised about it. It just, you know, this actually relieved me because now everything makes sense.
Good, I'm glad, Mike. I'm glad about that now.
Yeah.
So, you know, sorry about everything, but your life was saved today. I mean, if you really think about that.
To be honest with you, I'm not even grasping that yet. Like, I'm not grasping a hold of the fact that someone was going to try and come do something to me. You know, I mean, I don't know why, but I'm gonna, you know, it hasn't really, that part hasn't hit me
Yeah,
yet.
it hit you yet. Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions, unless you have something else to say.
No, that's it, guys.
Can you go ahead and raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you swear what you told us is the truth and nothing but the truth, help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right. The time right now is 7:35 a.m. The date still remains the same. This ends our interview.
If you guys ever need me to come back down, I mean, I'll have no problem doing it.
Yeah, so this poor guy, he had no idea what was going on. Let me get to the part where this is A1 acting, by the way. I want to point out, I'm going to play this part right here where she gets to the crime scene and they have it set up like there was an actual murder that happened, right? They have it set up like that. And her acting in this is just crazy. But one of the things I want to point out is before she even takes in the fact that her husband's been murdered, in her head, her husband's been murdered, she's already saying he's on probation. He's got bad guys out to get him. Like, what is going on? Like, just watch this acting. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we should be going at 17 in about 2 seconds.
That's one. It's going to probably take place a little over here.
By the way, Smith W says that I'm obviously not a working girl. God bless me. Thank you. The fact that you people in the chat even know what the heck that is or what's going on, I'm very disappointed. You bunch of degenerates. Quit it. Get your mind out of the gutter. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, let's watch Dalia do a little play acting.
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
No.
Listen, right now what we need to get you to the station.
No.
We need to get you to our police station.
I want to see him.
I can't let you see him, man. We have to do our job. If you want to find
Immediately she wants to see him because she needs to confirm that it's done, it's actually true. She doesn't want to she don't want to fork over money to dude that she met in the car until she knows that it's actually done. She wants to see his dead body.
killer, okay? We need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to go with these detectives, okay? Does he have enemies? Is there anyone that would want to hurt him? Okay, who would want to hurt him? Witnesses said they saw a black male running from me. I can't let you see him, ma'am. Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. Detective Yopi, I need you to take her to the station. I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go to the station with these gentlemen and tell us everything you know about who he knows, who he's connected to. Don't worry, we've already taken care of dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control. And we'll take care of everything else, okay? Thank you, guys. Are they in it?
I don't know.
Hey, Dan, are her keys in the truck? Okay.
Roper, open it up. Open it up.
She needed to make sure she got out the fact that he's on probation before she even, it was like 3 seconds in. 3 seconds in, he's on probation. What? Imagine that's the first thing that comes out of your mouth when you find out that your spouse has been murdered.
Just secure it for now. We're going to do everything we can, okay? But we need your help, okay?
I just want to go in my house.
Well,
Just 1 minute
just
in
get,
my house.
we need to get your husband's killer, ma'am.
Please, I will. Can I go inside my house, please?
I can't let you in there. It's a crime scene right now. We need to get all the evidence we can.
Is he inside?
Yes, ma'am, he is inside, and I can't let you in. Mac, you got to get her leg in and close the door. You need the keys. We need to move your vehicle, ma'am. Can I have your keys so we can move it?
Okay.
Come on, Jay, get her going. Let's find out who he is.
Very nice, man.
So that's it. They take her away. They bring her to the police station. And they question her at the police station. And they string her along a little bit. It's great. And then they drop the hammer.
How much? You know?
2 years in prison and 5 years on probation, going on to 6 years.
Oh my God. And what was that for?
It was for taking money. It was like, he explained it like boiler room kind of, where they would take money from people.
Oh, I
and put it
understand.
towards things.
You know? How long have you guys been married?
Not even a year.
This is tragic. Is there anybody you could think of that would want to do this to him?
I was telling the
Oh,
officer.
he's got a list of people that aren't her that definitely want him dead. She's got a list of people. Let's go over it, Dalia. Let's hear what you have to say.
We've had problems already, and
What sort of problem?
he's been trying to get off probation,
Uh-huh.
and it's just been nothing but problems the whole time that he's been trying to get off. People weren't happy that he was getting off probation because it's a lot of money he's got to pay back.
Well, when you say people, who are you talking about? People that were involved with him before, or?
Just a little bit of everything. This was supposed to be something, when he got off probation, it was supposed to be between us. And he went and he told friends of his, he told, certain people, and everyone kind of talks, and he's constantly running into a lot of the guys that he was on probation with. Like a couple of days ago, we ran into someone, and that was a target. I mean, and the guy comes up to us, and he's like with organized crime. It seems like a lot of the guys from Boca are starting to move up here, and we're constantly running into, a lot of the guys that he knows and things like that. So it was a lot of money. It was $191,000 that he had to pay back. So we were going to go ahead, and he had the money to pay off the probation and everything like that. And then I guess somehow when he went away, some guys didn't go away. They left the country.
You mean went away? He went to prison?
Right.
Okay.
They left the country. And so somehow he was dealing with some of those guys because they thought that he owed them, and I don't know, something with that he was taking care of. So the money that he used to get off of probation, he never he never did it. He did something else with that money.
Now, do you know any of these people, their names or anything like that, or where they may live, so that we may be able to follow it up? We're not going to implicate you.
The guys that left, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know them?
I don't know them.
You've never met them?
No, I mean, I know the guy that we ran into a couple of days ago. I know certain names, you know what I mean, and I know certain families, they were on the news, like the guys that all just went away. I forget what family.
We Need Peace. I've seen that where the police do that before, have done that before, where they like get a makeup artist and stuff and make the person look dead and then show pictures or whatever. They didn't have to do that in this case, obviously. But I should find a story. I can think of a few. I can't think of like what the people's names were, but I can remember a few stories like that where they like would take the person who was supposedly going to get murdered and take them down to like, a culvert or something like that, and have them lay down and get them all dirty and put fake blood on them and stuff like that. Those are interesting cases as well.
See, Brian and I in the squad, I only work major crimes. We only work murders, or homicides, and very serious assaults, and kidnappings, and police shootings, and things like that. We only specialize in that. We don't work anything else. So I wouldn't know about the theft of money that he may have been involved in or anything else. So I'm asking, if you know any names, then we can run these guys down and see what they know.
Well, those group of guys, they all went away. But he's saying one of them, I guess somehow he had a problem. I don't know what problem he had. It was before we met. He ran into one of these guys, and the guy, he thought he owed him something or something happened. But they went away. I don't know if the one guy that I'm telling you about, Pasquale, if he also went away or if he did it. But this just happened like a month and a half ago. They all got arrested again, the same stock fraud stuff again.
Does first name Pasquale or last?
I don't know.
Is it Pasquale or Pasquale?
Pasquale.
Okay. What nationality are you? Spanish?
My mom's from Peru and my dad's from Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I understand you got a couple animals at your house too, right?
So, I guess I want to tell you everything, the whole, so
Please
you
do.
guys kind of know
Yeah,
what's going on.
I do.
Okay.
I want to know.
So, that's what happened with that. So he didn't know how to tell everybody what was going on with everything. And so he pretty much...
I think it's kind of funny that this officer, like if this officer didn't know what was really going on, he'd be very interested in all of the stuff that she's saying about Pasquale and about the people who are mad at him for not, paying back the money or for getting off of probation. They'd be super interested in that. And this officer can't keep up the charade long enough. Like, he wants to move on. He wants to get to the good part where he gets that gotcha moment. So he's like, oh, yeah, cuts her off in the middle of saying about all of these people that want him dead. And it says, oh, you got dogs at your house? Is that right? And she has to reel him back in and be like, wait, don't you want to hear what I have to say about Pasquale? Like, don't you want to let me finish what I was saying about that? Don't you want to hear that part?
He told them that, like, I had the money and I took it and I got involved in, like, a Bernie Madoff kind of scheme because he didn't know how to tell, his mom and everybody what was going on.
You're lucky.
What?
You're lucky you went to the gym.
We were supposed to go to the gym.
Oh, both of you were supposed to go?
He didn't know if he was going to, he just had liposuction, and he had like 2 blood handles removed from here. I think he had something little, and 2 weeks ago he had surgery. And yes,
What kind of surgery?
the baldectomy, like the lipo that he had.
Oh, did he used to be real heavy or something?
No, he used to be, and then he got lipo done, and I guess the plastic surgeon left like 2 bulges here. So yesterday we went because he had like blood buildup in his back, so they drained it.
Okay.
So he was like, well, depending on how I feel today, but we go every morning. We haven't gone since his surgery, but every morning 5 a.m. we're both at the gym. Yeah.
You got a lot of, that's better than me. I wish I could go, obviously.
Well, you know, he's very, he used to be a drug addict, and...
What was his drug of choice?
Crack.
Crack? Yeah, I'll do it to you.
And,
Imagine.
he's recovering alcoholic. And
Just
so,
imagine, if you will, finding out that your husband or your wife, if you're a gentleman in the chat, you find out that your significant other has been murdered. And the first things you're going to bring up to the police officers are he's on probation. He's a criminal. Has contacts in organized crime. He's a drug addict. He loves crack cocaine. He was an alcoholic. Like all of these things, like the first things that I'm thinking about, if this was me, is I'm thinking about all of the good things about my husband. Not all of the bad things about my husband. Not that there's any. Mr. Zed is an angel, by the way. But I'm not bringing up any bad stuff about him at all. To start with, they'd have to prod me to get me to say anything negative about my husband who's just been murdered. What do you guys think? Am I way off here? I might be way off here. But in my opinion, this is just not a normal response to finding out that your husband's been killed.
with him, it's very important to be like on a schedule and, you know what I mean, like have a system and very organized with everything. And
let's get back to his death. I don't know if you know, he was shot. He was shot twice, and I want you to know all this.
Do you know this?
Did they tell you out there?
not exactly. I mean, they told me he was shot. When I was at the gym, I got a phone call. I didn't hear my phone ring, and I called back, and they told me just to please come, that something happened at my house.
Yeah, evidently your husband answered the door, and they took him back upstairs, and in your bedroom.
He had cameras, though. Why would he answer the door? Like, he doesn't answer for anybody he doesn't know. I mean, the only person, like his probation officer is like the only, you know what I mean?
I have no idea.
He would not answer the door. We had cameras, like at our house.
Maybe he knows this person. I didn't know you had cameras because when we got there, some of your neighbors heard the commotion.
We have cameras. The front door has cameras.
Oh, that's
the back
great.
door has cameras.
The cop is like, oh, you have cameras? That's great. That's great. Listen to the next sentence out of her mouth.
Don't record.
And they don't record.
Nobody knows.
They don't record.
The officer is like the only, you know what
I
I mean?
have no idea.
He would not answer the door. We had cameras, like at our house.
Maybe he knows this person. I didn't know you had cameras because when we got there, some of your neighbors heard the commotion.
We have cameras. The front door has cameras.
Oh, that's
the back
great.
door has cameras. But they don't record.
And they don't record.
Nobody knows, but they don't. We told everybody they record, but they don't record.
Oh, God.
Because he didn't want them to make a hole in the garage for the recorder to be there because of his car.
Well, when we got there, your door was wide open. When the officers got there, your door was wide open. They went in and looked. They said there was 2 dogs in the house in a crate or a cage or something like that. And he was found in the bedroom. He was shot twice in the head.
He wouldn't open the door unless it's somebody that he knows, because
Well, then,
we don't open for anybody.
Now, you have to understand, I wasn't there, neither was he. We have other people there, so maybe somebody broke into the house or something. I don't know. I haven't been to the scene yet.
All of our rooms have TVs, and we look specifically, like, to make sure nothing is happening, because we've had drug incidences and things like that.
Was he asleep when you left?
No, because we said sort of, but not really, because of his back. He was just kind of like
laying there.
He was just laying there, and he set the alarm, you know. But, I mean, I
There was no
said
alarm.
hi, I said, you know, I'll bring you coffee on the way home, and, you know, normal, like normal.
There was no
everything's
alarm, there was no alarm sound going off.
I put our little dog downstairs, and he stayed upstairs with the big dog.
I don't know. How big is the dog?
It's an English bulldog. But
Will
he
he-
doesn't do it.
Will he bite somebody?
No, he loves everybody. I mean, he will run off with whoever he sees. The one that's very aggressive and mean is the white one.
It's probably the smallest
The
one.
little, she's
Yeah.
like 4-pound dog.
I think she weighs 200 pounds, right?
I'm just trying to.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is
There's a lot that like I want to tell you.
I'm gonna be back. What I want to do is call right now. I'm gonna go out and get in touch with the officers at the scene. I want to see if the house was burglarized.
Okay.
All right, just hang on for a second.
Thank you.
You want to wait here?
She knows she's being recorded, so she's got to be an actress again right now. By the way, hello, News No Enemy. Good to see you. So it's very difficult to keep up this act of being traumatized for more than a few minutes. You know, she decides to put her head down instead.
Can you close the door, please?
They leave her in here. They leave her in here for about 10 minutes, and then the officer does come back. Let me get to that part.
Go ahead and have you drink some water. Now, you know that I advised you of your rights, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay. The game's over with. Okay? There's no more games with you and I. Now we're going to get down to serious business.
Get her.
I want to know if you know this guy. Come here. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before, ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house? Get him out of here.
The jig is up. Get her.
You're going to jail today.
Yes.
For solicitation of murder. You're under arrest.
Bam.
That's an undercover police officer. We filmed everything that you did, recorded everything that you did. You're going to jail for solicitation of first-degree murder of your husband.
I wish that this was not filmed on a potato so I could see the look on her face right now. I think that that would be awesome, and I want to see it. I can't. I'm just imagining the facial features just drop, like those words. You're under arrest for solicitation of murder are it's hitting her like punches to the gut right now.
I didn't do anything.
Did you hear what I just told you?
I heard what you said, but I didn't do
Everything,
anything.
listen to me. Everything has been recorded. You were photographed in the convertible when you sat in his car in the front of CVS. What do you want to do? What do you want to do here?
I didn't
Dalia?
do anything.
Listen to
I
me.
didn't do anything.
You're going
I
to
didn't
jail.
do anything, please. I didn't do anything.
Don't tell me you didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to jail today. As soon as I'm done, they're going to come in here and handcuff you and take you to the Palm Beach County Jail, book you for solicitation of first-degree murder on your husband. Your husband is well and alive.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Can I see
No,
him,
he doesn't
please?
want to see you.
I'm so wanted to see him.
She wants to talk to Michael. She wants to see Michael. Oh, he's alive? Let me talk to him. Let me talk my way out of this one.
See you.
Please.
You better quit your plan. Listen to me. I want you to quit your acting and get this over with.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Okay. You know what? You need a real good attorney. You need a real good attorney because we're going to show them the film where you say you're 5,000% sure you want him dead. You think I made that up?
You think I made that up? It's exactly what's going to happen. I'm talking with you. When I leave this room, no other officer will ever talk to you again. Next time we see you is when you're in trial. Now, you can make it right here, or you're going to trial, and you're going to do life in prison. You want to cooperate with us, whatever you want to do. It's over and done once I walk out. I'm not coming back in to talk to you. And no one else is either. What do you want to do before I leave here? Because the next officer comes here, is going to handcuff you and take you to
This cop cracks me up. All right, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Are you sure you don't want to talk to me? I'm leaving. I'm going to leave now. You need to talk to me. Here, let me come back and get my pen. Are you sure? You sure you don't want to talk to me? I'm going to leave. I'm leaving. I'm inching towards the door. What are you going to do, Dalia?
I'd like to see my husband, please.
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you. I'm leaving now. Can I have an officer come in here and cuff the person?
I don't know what's going on.
He wanted to say the B word so bad right there. Can we have an officer come in here and cuff this person? I gotta rewatch that part. Yeah, officer, come in here and cuff this person.
Take you to the
I'd
jail.
like to see my husband, please.
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you. I'm leaving now. Can I have an officer come in here and cuff the person?
I don't know what's going on, please.
We'll go ahead and arrest her for solicitation first degree murder.
No, please get what's happening, please.
Can you finish stand up?
Stand up, please.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Sit back down.
Here, stay right here. You can stay right there.
They bring Michael in. They let her talk to Michael. Can you imagine finding out your wife tried to have you killed and then she wants to talk to you? She wants to talk to you.
Oh my God.
He's alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
Can't fix this.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard you.
Mike, come here, please. Come here.
Okay. Thank you. We'll take her back to booking, please. Come on.
They brought her down to booking for about 30 minutes. She sat in a jail cell for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then they bring her back up to see if she wants to talk now. So that whole I'm leaving, nobody's going to talk to you anymore. If I leave, I'm going towards the door. All that was BS. She's back talking to different detectives. I believe they think that if they have another set of officers speak to her from a different angle, that it might be more likely for her to confess. I don't think they need a confession. Obviously, everything's on tape. They filmed everything. They know what happened. But it's just easier to not have to put the state through a trial or anything like that. So.
Dalia?
Is that how you pronounce it, Dalia? Have you been advised of your rights before? Such as your Miranda rights?
Yeah, but I wanted to make a phone call.
Okay, earlier this morning, Sergeant Sheridan read you your rights from that card, right? And you understood your Miranda rights, your Fifth Amendment rights?
Yeah, but I wanted to make a phone call.
Okay, so the phone call, we will let you do that later. Not right now, though.
But while I'm still here,
Yeah, later on we will. Okay? We want to,
Did you understand your rights or no? You didn't understand them?
I wasn't really paying attention anymore.
Okay.
I said yes to everything.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and read them again, okay? And if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask me and I'll explain them to you, okay?
You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. You understand that? And you're a yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. You understand that?
Yeah.
You have the right to the presence and representation of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statements and during any questioning. You understand that?
So when you start asking in the middle, if it starts getting uncomfortable, then I can have my attorney. Is that what that
It's
means?
your right to remain silent and request a lawyer, yes. Okay, you understand that? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you are entitled to the presence and representation of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statements and during any question. You understand that?
Yeah.
If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, you're privileged to remain silent. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't make any threats or promises to induce you to make any statements. This must be of your own free will.
Yeah.
Okay. Any statement can be and will be used against you in a court of law. You understand that?
Yeah.
Can you have her sign here again, or?
No.
Okay.
We
Is
just
this
read
your
the-
signature?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you understand your Fifth Amendment rights now? All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go to the regular restroom, please, before we start? Is that okay?
Is it emergency?
I didn't feel comfortable going in the other one. I'm sorry. I
No
won't be
problem.
long.
No problem.
She didn't feel comfortable using the toilet in the holding cell because it's not private. She's got to get used to that, I think. I think she's going to have to get used to using the restroom in public. Pretty sure.
Can you go to the bathroom? Okay, then we'll come back in. I'll hope the lawyer will take you today.
Oh. No.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You mind if I call you Dalia?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right. Do you understand what happened today? What's going on here?
A little.
Okay.
Now, slowly, I'm understanding a little bit better.
What's your understanding?
I was told one thing, and now it's like slowly, like all these things are. I don't really know what happened.
Do you know that you are arrested today? You're being arrested.
That part I understood.
Okay. Do you know what for?
Not really, no.
You don't know the charge?
No, nobody said anything to
Okay,
me.
go ahead and tell her the charge, Alex.
Okay. You're being arrested for soliciting to commit murder. Okay, and which that means is you attempted to hire someone to kill somebody else, meaning your husband. Okay? And that's why you're here, and that's what you're getting charged with.
Okay, no.
You don't understand, or?
No, I never did that.
Okay, but that's what you're being charged with,
Okay.
and we have plenty of evidence to back it up. Okay? So, with your rights in mind, we want to give you an opportunity to do some soul searching maybe, and maybe get a lot off your chest and tell us the truth. That's what we want to hear. I mean, this has been worked for a couple of days now. It's not just the first day we're doing this, reference to this case, and we have a lot of information to support our charge. It's just not a quick little thing. So, you know, we don't know when you're lying to us and all that. We just want to hear the truth. I mean, it's done. It's over with now, you know, and this is your opportunity to tell us the truth. That's all we want to hear, and we know the truth. So, I know it's hard to commit to that, but now's your time, you know. Do you have anything to say about this?
I want to talk to my husband.
Okay, well, you can't talk to your husband. He's not here right now. We let him go home. He's taking care of the house and the dogs, so obviously your husband's alive. You saw him, right?
I saw him. I'd like to talk to him.
Okay. And did you see that black officer that was here
I saw
in handcuffs? Well, he's an officer. Okay, so does it get any clearer than that? I mean, you know, I know it's hard, but
You know, people make mistakes sometimes, you know. The good thing about this whole thing is that nobody got killed, all right? The gentleman that walked in the room, he said it's an officer, all right? This is not the first day we've been working this, all right? So now I'm going on investigation where we have you talking to this guy. We've listened to every conversation you had, all right? So now it's either, you know, tell the truth and do the right thing. That's, you know, that's what you want to reach inside you and, you know, but we make mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes. A tragedy was prevented today. You could look at it that way, you know? That's simple.
a big tragedy, I mean, someone's life, so. Everything's on tape, Dalia. There's no denying it. You know? Everything's on tape, and it's not a bluff, so. All the conversations, and there's some video too. So.
What are you thinking?
That I'd like to make a phone call. I just feel lost. I mean,
Okay, what do you want to call?
I'd like to call my mom.
We'll let you call your mom after this is done.
I mean, I'm not, you know, it just, everyone keeps coming and I'm signing all these things and going over all these things and I don't really know what they're for. I'm just signing it because everyone's saying, well, you know, if you sign this, I'll help you, or will this, or will that. And
I don't know about that, but the only thing we're concerned about is a rights card, and we went over it twice.
The
So.
news guy came, and I guess that may have been for the release of the tape earlier. I don't know because he never came back. And I signed something, and I don't really know what it was.
Okay, well...
I mean, I was hysterical, like, when he came, and
that's
Hey,
not...
I'm sorry, go ahead, Alex.
And that's understandable, okay? Our main concern right now is the fact that the crime, you know, you gotta understand this, okay? Dalia, listen to me for a second,
he didn't
okay?
do anything.
Listen to me for a second, okay? This is not our first day, okay? It's definitely not our second day, all right? This is an ongoing investigation, all right? Not only do we have your videotape, we have every conversation that you've had leading to this point, all right? So for you to sit here and deny that you haven't done anything, it's not going to help, all right? Because we know the whole story from the beginning to the end to this point that we're right here right now, all right? Every little thing that you've done since this started, we've been involved in it. Do you understand that?
I understand what you guys are saying,
Okay.
and I'm not trying to
Well, I'm just...
undermine you or...
No,
anything
and
like that.
I'm not making, I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. That's the truth.
I just
All
want to go
right?
home.
Well, unfortunately,
She
you're not going
wants
home.
to go home.
Okay? You're looking at some serious charges here.
She just wants to go home. Nobody died. Just let her go home. I got my book. When they read you your rights, take them up on it and get a lawyer every single time. If they are reading you your rights, that means you need a lawyer.
Do you understand?
Write
that
it
you
down.
Made the attempt to hire somebody to kill your husband. That's how serious this is. Okay? You can sit here and shake your head and deny it, but I'm going to tell you right now, all right, when the jury and the judge sees that videotape of you having this conversation, making a deal, all right? That's how far you went, all right? It's not about denying it wasn't me, I didn't do anything, because the video, the audio, it's not going to lie, all right? And all the evidence that we have collected throughout this investigation.
You sound like a fool right now denying this, because, like my partner just said, everything's on tape. video and audio.
I just want to go home.
I know, but you're not going home, you see? You're being arrested, so you're not going home.
So what do I have to do to go home? I'd like to go home.
I know, but you can't. It's impossible. You're going to the Palm Beach County Jail after this. You can't go home. You're being arrested. This is a game. In your mind, it might be a little game, but this is very, very serious. Murder? Are you kidding me? Try to have someone.
So Dalia decided that she would get to the jail. You know, they take her in and they book her. And I want to tell you about this channel right here. It's called Prism Counseling and Coaching. And they put out a short little video about the definition of gaslighting. And I'm going to play that for you now. Definitely go subscribe over there. I'm going to put this in the chat. Let them know you came from my channel. And it's a good channel. They have it's a small channel, but I have found a lot of interesting things on this channel. So Dalia decides that she's going to call the man that she just tried to have murdered as her one phone call from jail. And she's going to try to gaslight him. And I'm going to let you know, I know gaslighting is kind of a newer term, or at least I hadn't heard of it prior to like 2016 or something like that. So I'm going to just let you guys know what that is with this video here, and then we'll get to the phone call.
It is important to learn to recognize abuse and manipulation. Now, there's actually a type of manipulation called gaslighting. And what gaslighting is, it comes from a 1944 film called Gaslight, starring Ingrid Bergman. And it's about a woman who is manipulated by her husband into believing that she is going crazy. We come to find out the husband is actually just using the marriage in order to find something valuable that belongs to her. She believes she's going crazy because he was rifling through the attic at night. And what happened in those days is if you turned on a light in one room, it would dim all the other lights throughout the house because there was only a certain amount of gas that could light the whole house. And so you knew somebody else was in the house in another room turning on a light if you saw the lights flicker. And so she noticed that the lights would flicker every night after her husband had gone away somewhere, supposedly maybe to see friends or whatnot. He was actually going to the attic. But he convinces her that what she's seeing is not true. She's imagining that the gaslight is going down, when in reality she knows better, but she believes him. And so that's what it means to gaslight somebody, is to convince them to deny their own reality. So gaslighting from an abuser makes a victim doubt their own instincts and sense of reality.
So that's what gaslighting is. Like I said, that channel, I just put the link in the chat. Very good stuff over there. So she decides that she's going to call Michael on her jailhouse phone call and gaslight the heck out of him. Just make him think that he's the one that's crazy. How can you even accuse me of this? I don't understand where they're getting this from. Don't believe your own eyes and ears. I know you saw the videotape of me hiring somebody to kill you, but don't believe your own eyes and ears. Believe me.
Hello? Hey, it's me. Yeah, what's up? Nothing, Mike. Can you please come here? Hey, listen, I don't want to fight with you. Honestly, I can't help you. Don't you understand what just happened? What they're saying is not true. How is that possible? Like, I'm sitting here. It's not true. It's not possible. You wouldn't even give me 2 minutes to talk to you, but it's not possible. What they're saying is not true. How in the hell did I hear it and see it? Like, I heard what you heard. It's not true. I heard what you heard and I saw what you saw. Everything they showed you, they showed me. And how is it not? How are you telling me that? I am giving you my word that it's not true. Daddy, I couldn't help you if I wanted to. Like, please, I need an attorney. Can you please help me? That's not true.
Your brother was here, and I spoke to him. And he's going to go talk to your mom. I called them for you already, right? So everybody knows where you're at. I took care of it.
I know that. I need your help, okay? This is not true.
I Dalia, too. Look, how do you explain what I saw and heard?
Like, I am limited on my phone call. You know more than anybody. It's not true. Just give me time so I can talk to you.
What did it say? I saw it. I heard it.
I saw what you saw, and I heard what you heard.
Okay, what the f***? You said you wanted to have me killed. I heard that.
That's not true. That is not
How is it not true?
How can you believe that?
I heard your voice.
How can you believe it?
That isn't the point. I heard you say it.
It's not. I heard what you heard, and it's not.
What did I hear then? I heard you say.
I heard the tape. Okay, I heard the tape, and I saw pictures, and I saw the whole 9 yards. I saw all of it.
So why would you meet a black guy in a parking lot? Explain that.
I'm sitting here on the phone. I will tell you when I see you in person. Please.
I can't come there anyway. I'm not allowed there.
That's not true. Who said that? They tell you that on purpose. That's not true.
I don't know what you could tell me. Even if, let's pretend, I said, oh, it's all better. I can't, they're charging your ass. Don't you get it?
Like, I didn't do anything. Please.
I don't know what to say to you. I can't help you.
What do you mean?
It's out of my hands.
You're not even trying.
What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to get me an attorney, please, so I can talk to you.
You know,
this has worked her entire life, by the way. She's flabbergasted that it's not working right now. What she's doing right now has worked for her entire life. It's never not worked. Why isn't it working now?
One thing after another, one thing after another. You can't explain this one. You know? Come on, man. What do you mean you didn't die? You met a guy in the parking lot.
Okay, you needed me yesterday. I took you right to Fort Lauderdale because of your thing, because of this, because of that. Every time you need me, I am here for you. Every single time, and there's no denying that.
So why would you meet a guy in the parking lot and hand him $1,200 and say, yes, I want him dead?
I didn't give anybody $1,200. Period. Where they got that from, I have no idea. I never gave anybody money. I never paid anybody money. I never anything. Nothing of nothing of nothing. And you have my...
They have it on tape. They have it in 4K. They have her saying the words, "This is for murdering my husband. Here's money." They have not only that, they have the guy who the money ended up going to say, "Hey, I got the money and I used it to, I had to get a car, I had to buy a gun. You're going to have to give me more money." Her never saying, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I never gave you any money." None of that.
My word, nothing.
I saw you with this guy in the truck or whatever the f*** it was. I saw it. I heard your voice clearly. Well, I don't understand.
I did not say those things. Period.
So how did they get your voice on that tape recorder?
Like, I'm limited with my time, please.
Doesn't
Okay,
answer. Doesn't answer. Avoids the question. How did they get your voice on the tape recorder? We need to go in a new direction. My time is limited, Mike. You need to come here and see me. I'll tell you all about it in person. Doesn't answer the question. Avoids the question.
Help my mom, please.
What can I do?
You can get me money, please.
Is she going to call me?
No, why would she call you? Call my mom.
I did call her already. I spoke to her, and she didn't believe anything I said, and I didn't say anything bad. I let her know.
Because you didn't want to help her. I already talked to my mom. You didn't offer to help her. You just said, okay, well, whatever.
You gotta be kidding me, man. Look, Dalia, I heard you say that shit.
Like,
okay?
I'm telling you right now, okay?
You can't fix it. You gotta listen to me. You need to get your lawyer, which your mom's gonna get you. I spoke to your brother. And you need to just handle it.
This man is such a good man that after Dalia tries to have him killed, he calls her family and says, "Hey, here's what's going on. You need to help her. I'm not going to help her. She just tried to have me killed." And that is not good enough for her. He needs to be the one to get the lawyer. He needs to be the one to help her. He didn't have to call her family. He didn't have to do any of that. He could have went home and taken a nap. He didn't have to do any of that. He, out of the goodness of his heart, because he's such a good guy, goes and calls the dad, calls the mom, says, "Hey, your daughter's in jail. Here's what happened. She's going to need your help." He's too good of a guy.
If I go screaming to the judge or whatever, I say, "Oh, it's okay," they're charging your ass.
Like, it doesn't matter, period.
It doesn't matter. You can hire 5 lawyers. They're charging your ass to have your voice, your face, everything on tape. You're in a lot of trouble. I'm trying to help you.
Are you trying to help me? How?
Because I'm trying to get your head, get off the bullshit, and understand what's going on here.
What bullshit would that be?
I'm
sitting here.
How are you going to sit there and tell me that? How are you going to tell me that you didn't say it, you didn't do it? When I saw you say it and I saw you do it.
Do you have any idea how I was when they told me what supposedly happened to you, how I got and how I was and how everything?
Right, and you wanted me 500 or 5,000% dead.
That's not true.
You're absolutely
That's
sure,
not
right?
true. I heard what you heard, and that's not true.
And okay, so what did you hear then?
I heard the 5,000% sure. I heard, what else did I hear? I heard the whole thing. Everything you heard, I heard. And not once.
What are you disputing about it?
I never wanted to dead, period. I never paid anybody. I never gave any money. I never anything.
What did you pay him for?
I didn't do anything. It's what I'm trying to tell you.
Why were you exposed to a video camera and a tape recorder? Why?
Can you meet me in person so I can talk to you?
No.
Why?
Explain that to me right now.
Why?
Why should I?
Because you know me. Okay, whenever you need me, I am there for you, period. You know that. Or am I not? You couldn't even get off the couch the other day, and I came and I brought you dinner, and I this and I that, and I always make sure you're always taken care of. You're always everything. I never, ever, 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 ever in my wildest dreams ever want that for you, ever.
Well, you said it, Dalia. You hired the guy.
No, I did not say anything, period. I didn't say anything.
I heard you.
Like, I didn't say anything. I heard what you heard, and it didn't say that.
What the f***? I heard you say it. How did you not hear it? I mean, how did you not hear it? I heard you. I heard you. I saw you. You know? I saw it. I heard it. I don't understand what you're arguing with me about. And where were those 2 safety deposit fees? What are they to? My money?
No, it's the papers. What are you talking about?
The keys they found in your purse. Is that where my money's hiding right now?
No, they're just regular papers.
No. They were safety deposit keys. I know what they look like.
Right, and it's got papers. That's it.
Well, listen. I don't know how you're going to actually have the nerve to sit here and lie to me now. I don't understand. Like, I heard you say it, Dalia. I saw your mouth do it. Okay? I can't help you even if I wanted to. Do you get it?
Why don't you want to?
It's out of my hands.
You're not even trying. It's different if you're trying. You're not even trying.
What could I possibly do for you? I don't get it. What could I do?
You're not even trying.
Trying what? I'm sitting here like a dumbass.
Please. Okay, they're getting ready to take me again.
Dalia, I'm going to give you some advice, and you need to listen. You're going to be lying around in there for a little while, a couple days. You need to just try and relax and just go with it. And keep to yourself and don't say a lot.
Like, I love you. Don't do this to me. I'm sitting here. Everybody treated me awful here. I can't do anything to you. You know me. Everyone is being awful to me.
I can't help you. There's nothing I can do to help you. You know?
Hello?
Yeah. You know? Know what I'll do? You know what I'll do for you? Seriously?
What?
You sign my house back over to me. I'll help you, Mom, immensely. Give me my house back. That's it.
Here's where we're getting somewhere. I think he might have just grown a pair. Sign my house back over to me, and then I'll help you. That's what he said. Sign my house back over to me, and then I'll help you. How do you think she's going to take that?
That's it, what?
I'll help you. So I don't have to go through the legal bullshit I have to go through already.
What does that mean?
It means sign my property back to me that you stole, basically.
That's what you're thinking, and I didn't steal anything.
All right, so listen. I'll have the papers sent over to you somehow. You'll sign them over to me, and then I will help your mother. Okay?
I'm not signing anything.
I know you wouldn't sign anything. I knew that wasn't going to happen, so I can't help you. Okay?
That's what you're thinking about. I'm sitting here rotting, and you're thinking about
Yeah, you tried having me kill him.
That's not true.
You're a f***ing liar. You're a f***ing liar.
What does your mom say?
She's not saying shit. She's sitting there. What's my mom saying?
And what?
Check it out. My mom, your mom, everybody else's mom, they're all out of it. You know where you're sitting right now? That's the reality. I can't fix it. I just offered to help you, and again, you have the balls to say no to me. Okay. Then I can't help you.
How do I believe you're going to help me if I do that?
Because you know why? Because I'm the only person on the phone that's ever done what they said they were going to do. Me. Okay?
How do I believe that?
Don't say shit. I just said I'd help you. Okay? You just basically said f*** you to me, which is hilarious considering your situation and considering what the f*** just happened today. Have your mom call me. I'll talk to her about it. I told you what I do. I'll fix it. I'll help you. You got to do the right thing. All right?
I'm getting fingerprinted now.
All right.
So, here's the situation. Sign my house back over to me. Sign my house back over to me, and I will help your mom get you a lawyer, and I will help you in any way that I can. Give me back what you've stolen from me, and I will help you. That, in my opinion, is too much. Like, he's being way too nice there. But this is the next phone call she makes.
I'm in jail.
I know, Dalia. I know. I find out.
I need you to call Mike in New York.
Okay, who do you want me to call?
I need you to call Mike in New York, please.
I called already and I called that. Everybody knows. What is it you want me to do?
By the way, Mike in New York is the guy who we spoke about earlier that pretended to be the lawyer and got Michael to sign the house over to her in the first place. That's Mike in New York. So that's who she's talking about. Call Mike in New York.
I'm in the county jail. I need you to call. What did Mike say? Is he coming?
Everybody's coming, Dalia. We're going to go ahead and get your lawyer, okay? Don't worry. Don't worry. Where are you? Are you in Gun Club?
Yes, I'm here. Mom, Mike said this to me.
Okay, Dalia.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
You didn't. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get it.
They showed me pictures. They showed me a tape, Mom. I did not do anything. Nothing.
How did they set you up like that? How did they?
I did not do anything.
Okay, all right, I understand. We're going to go ahead and get a lawyer,
So
okay?
what did Mike say?
Mike is coming, Dad is coming. Everybody is aware. Everybody is aware, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get in touch with you, all right? I'm going to find, where are you? You in Gun Club?
Yes, I'm here. I'm in Gun Club. And I heard Mike is at the house. I want him out of my house.
Okay, well, right now we're going to need to have a lawyer first.
She wants Michael out of her house. She's telling her mom, keep in mind, she just spoke to Michael, and Michael says, sign my house back over to me, and I will help you get a lawyer, and I will help you get out of this situation. She calls mom and says, get him out of my house. It's my house. It's in my name. Get him out of my house. She stole that house from him by having Mike from New York illegally pretend to be a lawyer and offer legal advice. That's how the house is in her freaking name.
My house.
Okay, well, right now we're going to need to have a lawyer first, okay?
My house. The title's in my name.
All right, okay, don't worry about that right now. Right now we need to find out what is going on.
Where did it happen? Where?
Where did what happen?
It happened this morning.
This morning, Mom. I was at the gym this morning. I got a phone call from a detective. The detective told me to come to the house. I came running to the house. There was tape everywhere. The door was open, and they told me that Mike was dead. And they told me that I couldn't see him. I couldn't see the dogs. I couldn't see anybody. They said to me, please, I wanted to call you. I wanted to call his mom. I wanted to call everybody. And they told me, no.
They told you that Mike was dead?
Yes. They told me Mike was dead.
How come they saying that you met somebody in the gas station?
No. They told me Mike was dead. They were at my house this morning. And then I left with the officers to help them try to see who did it.
How many times did I told you to leave that guy? How many times did I tell you that, Dalia? Okay, I understand. All right, well, taking care of it, okay?
When's Mike coming?
Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming now, Dalia. Everybody's coming now, Mom. Okay, bye.
Isn't that insane? That's insane to me. Freaking insane. Okay, so let me get back to my notes. Woo! So much has happened in the last hour. So Dalia Dippolito is found guilty of murder for hire, a murder for hire plot against her husband, Michael.
All right, please be seated. Make yourselves comfortable. I've been advised that the jury has reached a verdict. Shall we take the verdict? Ladies and gentlemen, when the jury comes in, I know some of you are here just because you're, interested in this case, but some of you might have a lot of emotional investment in the case. And so if you think that receiving the verdict is going to cause you to have an emotional outburst, now would be the time to perhaps step outside, but I don't want anybody applauding or having fits of anxiety or disrupting the proceedings. So if you think you might fall into that category, maybe step outside and have someone tell you the news out in the hallway. Any takers? Nope. Okay, we're all here. All right, let's bring in our jury, please. And welcome back. Please be seated. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm guessing maybe has our jury reached a verdict? And Mr. Merlino, are you our foreperson? If you'll hand the verdict form, please, to Deputy Cascone. I'll have to check it to make sure it's in proper form, and then we'll have the clerk publish our verdict. I'll find that the verdict is in proper form and ask that our clerk publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit, Criminal Division, Inland 4, Palm Beach County, Florida, in case number 2009-9771, State of Florida versus Dalia Dippolito. Verdict, we the jury find as follows. As to count 1, we find the defendant guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. If you find the defendant guilty, do you find that there is a firearm included in the solicitation? Yes. So say we are this 13th day of May, 2011, in West Palm Beach County, Florida. Signed jury foreperson, Joseph Merlino.
You would think it'd be over now, wouldn't you? You would think that it would be over, but that is not the case. She gets to have a retrial. She gets to have she gets found guilty. Her defense team claims that everything that happened was a hoax because of the TV show Cops. So she gets to have an appeal. In an appeal, Dalia's defense team claims that everything that happened was a hoax for the TV show Cops. Cops dedicated an entire episode titled Smooth Criminal. It was season 24, episode 3. It originally aired September 24th, 2011. to the case of Dalia Dippolito of Boynton Beach, Florida, who was convicted of solicitation to commit first-degree murder after being secretly videotaped hiring a hitman, who was actually an undercover cop, to kill her husband in 2009. At her trial, her defense attorney claimed that Dippolito was tricked into signing the cop's release form. The defense attorney also claimed that her husband orchestrated the plot to get aired on Cops. So she's saying that it was Michael's idea to have the Cops television show there and do all of this. She's claiming it was Mike's idea. Woo! In truth, Cops producers were outraged when investigators persuaded Dippolito to sign the release form before they questioned her, believing that since it was done under color of law, it would be useless. They later convinced Dippolito to sign a second waiver, saying that they would give her a chance to tell her side of the story. Her retrial began with jury selection on December 1st, 2016. The jury was unable to reach a unanimous verdict, and a mistrial was declared on December 14th, 2016. Insane.
Well, Ari, it's certainly been an interesting case. The question is, how did a woman who on camera said she was more than 5,000% sure she wanted her husband killed get her first case overturned and then a mistrial while her defense attorney says this is bigger than Dalia Dippolito?
State agree I must declare a mistrial at this time.
A jury of 6 split down the middle Wednesday. 3 say Dalia Dippolito is guilty. 3 say she's innocent in this murder-for-hire retrial. Despite the hugs and tears in court, defense attorney Brian Claypool says it's not a win, but it's progress.
We've gone from slam dunk to 45 minutes of deliberation in the first case to a day and a half of deliberation in the second case.
While undercover tapes showed Dippolito hiring the guy who she thought was a hitman to kill her then husband, Claypool says the recordings were the result of improper and illegal police practices, building his defense around claims the fame-hungry Boynton Beach Police Department was set on getting a juicy story to entice the TV show Cops.
We'll go to our grave knowing that the Boynton Beach Police Department manufactured this alleged crime for one reason: to make good reality TV.
In a statement, Boynton Beach police say, quote, "We stand behind the principled work our detectives did on this investigation. We trust in our state attorney to successfully prosecute this case." But the jurors were also handed a major bombshell in closing arguments.
You heard today in court, Dalia Dippolito has a little boy, and that's all we're going to comment about.
Even after he declared a mistrial, the judge himself dumbfounded.
Normally there are orders in the file concerning permission to go to hospitals, prenatal care, postnatal care. I don't recall seeing any of that.
And as Dippolito heads back for house arrest, she goes home to her infant son. Now, the state attorney's office says they will retry this case at its earliest opportunity. Now, a status hearing is set for early in January.
So they did retry the case, and thank goodness, right? So third trial, third time's a charm, right? Third time's definitely a charm. So they retried the case, and here's
who could forget this video of Dalia Dippolito crying into an officer's arms, thinking her husband was dead.
The 2009 crime scene was staged, police said. An informant came to them saying Dalia had hired him to kill her husband.
3 trials later, a conviction today. The Boynton Beach woman immediately fingerprinted and handcuffed.
Live team coverage tonight on what swayed the jury and the time Dalia could serve. We begin with Michelle Casada.
Dalia Dippolito called out for her mom as a deputy tried to take her into custody. 6 jurors found Dippolito guilty of hiring a hitman in 2009 to kill her then husband, Mike Dippolito.
We're obviously devastated.
Dippolito's defense team celebrated what was a victory for them in December when jurors were deadlocked in Dippolito's second trial. What changed the outcome of this trial? Her attorneys say prosecutors presented prior so-called bad acts that were kept out of previous trials.
This alleged planting of drugs on Mike Dippolito, this issue of allegedly poisoning Mike Dippolito.
State prosecutors Laura Laurie and Craig Williams hugged out their victory in the courtroom. A statement from the state attorney's office said, "We are pleased that the hard work and perseverance of our prosecutors and staff have led to justice for this victim." Dippolito's ex-husband was called to testify for this trial. He did not testify in the last, but Dalia's lawyers don't think that made the difference.
This case was about demonizing Dalia Dippolito.
Mike Dippolito not publicly speaking till after sentencing. He released this statement, "I'm 5,000% happy that justice was served once again." Mike playing off the infamous comment Dippolito makes when a hitman asked her if she was sure she wanted to go through with the murder for hire plot.
I'm positive, like 5,000% sure.
Dippolito's lawyers argued police misconduct throughout the trial, saying detectives pressured the confidential informant and rushed the investigation to be featured on a cop's TV show. They say they will try to appeal the verdict.
We're ready to fight. This fight's not over.
Dippolito is expected to be sentenced July 21st. Reporting live from the Palm Beach County Courthouse, Michelle Casada, WPTV.
It's very important to hear Mike Dippolito's victim impact statement. And yes, I will give Zena a milk bone because I was just talking with my mic muted. But I know this was a very long episode, and I appreciate you guys sticking around for it. I think this is very important to hear how this has affected his life. He does seem like a good guy, kind of naive and dumb a little bit, but all in all, he's a good guy.
And please tell us your name for the record.
Michael Dippolito.
Ms. Parker.
Mr. Dippolito, would you like to tell the judge how your life has been affected by the defendant's actions?
Okay. I took some notes. There's just so many things. I wouldn't have took notes. I just didn't want to leave anything out. Where do I begin? Let me just start off by saying, when I married my wife, I was very much in love with her. And I thought we were doing things that normal married people do. And I was a very good husband. And I provided everything we needed. And, that being said, lo and behold, that wasn't the case. I don't know who these people are talking about, but it's not that girl. And I feel bad. I don't even want to be here. Since this started, I've always put my hand out. Give me my house, let's be done with it. I'll beg the judge to even do whatever. I don't personally gain anything from this. I have about 14 victims that haven't been paid their money because of this. I'm on probation until 2032. How my life's affected, I don't have my freedom. For 2 years, I should be a free man. The difference between me and I guess what's going on here, I went to prison. How I got there? I said, I did it. Yeah, I did it. Let's get this over with and handle it. That hasn't happened here. All I've had to deal with is, before, the money stolen, my victim's money, my house. I'm still married. I don't have my home back. It's my house. I bought that house. I'm going to get it through a divorce. It's mine. And there's no arguing that. I don't have it. This girl doesn't feel sorry for anything. She still doesn't think she did anything. And believe me, I don't want to get up here and be nasty, but the reality is I sit and listen to this. Even today, we're talking about a retrial? Retrial for what? What is it we're doing? Who didn't understand what happened here? They still don't want to admit anything happened. Nothing bad happened. It's all good. Let's just all go home and it's fine. I'm not okay. My father died. I was supposed to have been able to travel to see him. I didn't get to see my dad. My dad's dead. And, that was part of my plan. Get off probation, go see my family, spend time with my father. That didn't happen. It's not going to happen now. People didn't get paid, in between all this. Her plan was to put me back in jail till 2032.
I guess when what didn't work or whatever happened, I don't even want to, I guess that's not the point, but the point is here we are today. That wasn't good enough. She tried to kill me. I'll be honest, I can't focus on the fact of trying to be killed because I have so many problems now, and I'm still on probation. These people didn't get paid. I'm a nervous wreck. I don't know, I'm not working practically. My business has failed, is gone. My life is ruined. I walk out here today, Judge, what is it, 2032 is when I get released, if I pay the money. I didn't commit a violent crime. I got 30 years. That's not a joke. Everybody laughs, but no, it's not. You take 30 years. You go 2 years in prison and take to 28 years. You take it. I take it serious. I worked my ass off to get off probation. I did the right thing. I owned what I did. Yeah, I'm a convicted felon. Oh, I'm a bad guy. I'm not that bad. I worked my butt off to pay these people back. And then, to go through all this, and like I said, the whole way, I'm just waiting to hear, okay, we'll try and fix this and give you and I would have came in here and I'd have said, you know what, Judge, send her on a vacation. She deserves it. I'd have said anything, because you know why? If she would have owned it like a normal person and would have owned up to something, I would respect that. But instead, when I get to court, I hear that I want a reality television show. Not only is she her lawyers alone, it's ridiculous. You should have just said space aliens landed, and they did it. That would have been a better defense. You could have made that up. And I had to sit through this. I want a reality show. That's ridiculous. I don't know when I'm getting off probation now. That's my problem. It's been my problem. I'll deal with it. Am I happy? No. Am I happy I'm here? Absolutely not. Did I wish all this didn't have to happen? Yes, I wish it didn't have to happen. But the reality is, I didn't do this. Just like I said in the beginning, I have nothing to do with this. I didn't do it. I can't imagine in a million years if she wanted to do the right thing and she wanted to steal my money and leave me, she got a divorce. What was I going to do? Cry? Oh boy. Who does this? Whatever. This isn't a wholesome person. This isn't a person that has any regret, any remorse. As soon as we walk out here, they're filing for an appeal. You know why? Because they think everybody in this room is stupid. That's why. Because we're all stupid and they're smarter than us. And nobody did anything. And God, she's a great girl. And whatever. When I met her, I thought all those things. But after I went through all this and realized that's not even close. And like I said, honestly, I'm just not that type of person. And I don't want to be up here nasty. And but the reality is, again, I sat here today and felt like I was getting shit on. Again. It's just never ending. It's just never ending. And today, my ex-wife isn't getting sentenced. It's my wife that's getting sentenced. And that says a lot. Why wouldn't that be handled by now? They don't want to do anything. They don't want to own anything. They don't want to do anything. I'm sorry if I don't want to offend anybody, and believe me, I feel sorry for everybody that's in here crying. But you know what? I got to feel sorry for myself. Nobody's helping me. My mother had a nervous breakdown. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. I just don't know how I'm feeling some days. And it's just not fair. It's not fair. I put my hand out and they just slap it all the way to today. And maybe it's my fault. I'm too nice of a person. I don't know. But I'm not going to change who I am. That's not the point here. I thought we were even supposed to be having a baby. I wasn't allowed to talk about certain things, I'm under the impression we're starting a family. I'm just a fool, I guess, but that aside, I guess I've said enough.
Poor Mike. Through this whole thing, through this whole ordeal, with all of these trials, with everything that she did, people forgot about Mike. This affected him deeply. It affected him deeply. He could not get off of probation, so he was not allowed to travel to see his father before he died. People are forgetting all that. He still, when this was recorded, didn't have his house back. She wouldn't sign the house back over to him. Thank goodness it's all over now. All the appeals are done and she's been sentenced. We have another minute 44 video and we will be done, but let's watch her get sentenced, in my opinion, for not long enough for everything that she did. I think that she should be put away for way longer. This is not somebody that can be rehabilitated. This is not somebody who will change.
16 years behind bars. That is the sentence for Dalia Dippolito, the woman convicted of trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband. Local 10 News reporter Cheyenne Malone is live in West Palm Beach, where that sentence was just handed down. Cheyenne.
It was a long day in the courtroom today. This afternoon, the judge listening to both sides, ultimately making a decision he thought was reasonable.
It's my job to pass sentence.
Dalia Dippolito expressionless inside a Palm Beach County courtroom today, moments after learning her fate.
It's 16 years with credit for 163 days time served.
Judge Glenn Kelly passing down a 16-year sentence behind bars with credit for 163 days time served. The 34-year-old found guilty of hiring a hitman to take out her then-husband Mike Dippolito back in 2009. Only that hitman turned out to be an undercover police officer. Her plan was foiled. Mike Dippolito also claims his ex-wife stole more than $100,000 from him and even tried to get him arrested. Recordings of his trial testimony were played in court this afternoon. He also took the stand today but seemed agitated about the defense's questions.
What's the question even make any sense?
Dalia Dippolito's attorney read letters from friends and family written in her favor, trying to convince a judge she's a good person and a mother to a one-year-old child.
Dalia is nothing short of a wonderful human being.
In the end, the judge giving a sentence he thought was fair.
No.
And if she does serve that full sentence, Dippolito would be 50 years old before she is released from prison. Her one-year-old child would be 17 years old. Reporting live in Palm Beach County, Cheyenne Malone, Local 10 News.
Thanks, Cheyenne Malone. I appreciate it. That's the show, guys. What did you think of Dalia Dippolito? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments below. Please hit the like button before you leave. Definitely share it if you think it's worth sharing. I did put a lot of research into this one. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Coming up next week, we're going to have a Crime Land episode. I do have some really good body cam videos to show you guys and a lot of stuff happening in the news. Later this month, I'm going to do an episode with Frank from the Let's Be Frank YouTube channel about all of the different assassination attempts on different U.S. presidents. That should be a fun watch. And I think that's it. I think that's all I have to announce right now. Probably no shows this week. You know, I like to do those midweek or in between Sundays episode shows, but I do have a busy week that's coming up this week. So probably none of that unless something major happens. I did enjoy last night jumping on for breaking news. So if some sort of breaking news happens and I'm able to do it, I will jump on for that. So stay tuned. I will see each and every one of you next week, Sunday, 4:30 Eastern. Be there, be square, I guess. Yeah, no booze and body cams this coming up week. We'll see if Kfar wants to jump on and do a booze and body cams. I will definitely do that with him. He said he's got a busy week going on this week too, so maybe the following week. We'll see. Let me press the correct buttons in the correct order. It's difficult for me. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday at 4:30 Eastern. Bye, guys.